Welcome to Tabletop Cinema, where we bring together the worlds of filmmaking, tabletop role-playing, and video games. I'm your host Mikey, freelance filmmaker, tabletop RPG game master, and variety streamer on Twitch. And today we return to our first playthrough of Chorus. That is some pretty epic menu music. I can't help but listen to the full track whenever I start up the game, honestly. Alright. All systems go. Going live. They seriously did not have to go this hard on the menu music. Apparently, so Pedro Camacho, the composer of this song, also does the music for Star Citizen. So he did a great job with this menu music. Okay. So I did a bunch of the side quests off stream. Nothing to really write home about. But check out that environment. Alright, hopefully I remember how to play. It does scratch that, that Star Fox itch. Star Fox Rogue Squadron, arcade, Starship Combat. So I did a bunch of the side quests, and yeah, of course, it's not like the deepest kind of thing, but it did flesh out the world a bit more. It did highlight some of the NPCs, some things to do with the pirates, the alliances. So I have a bit more context as to what's going on. But you can just get by also just like going through the main quests, and there's no problem with it. But yeah, there were a bunch. There are a bunch of stuff, and there's more to this world than meets the eye. Especially there's some like there's some mysticism to it all as well. So there's something like the force here, the ether. So I do appreciate that as well. But we're gonna get right back to the main quest here. So to catch up, we're currently on the path into the rift. Admiral Cardo, the resistance leader, can't bring himself to trust me due to my past with the Circle. But thanks to Ree's intervention, we reach a deal. I will help the resistance to free Amarok, and they will help me enter the rift to close it from the inside. Ree will modify the Inura installation's laser to carve a small, safe passage into the rift. Kind of like Oblivion here. So the current step is to liberate Renak Haven. Renak has become a haven for refugees from all over Amarok and the neighboring systems. Now the Circle's psychic totems are turning the people there against themselves. I must free them with from the Circle's corruption and find an engineer among them to help Ree with the laser at the Inura installation below the rift. So we have to recruit some engineers over here. So yeah, look at all this stuff that is basically cleared up. So there are a few zones in this game, but each zone is kind of packed with like landmarks and side quests to do. So we're gonna go all the way here to Renak Haven. Okay, how do I do the booster again? Right. Sublight drives on L3. So it has been a while. So that's the scan.
Forza, when you were changed, were you alone?
No, but I was the first. Then there were others.
That must have been hard.
I watched them ripped from whatever they were and forced into these ships. One by one, I felt such rage.
And you can't remember anything from before?
I do not think on before. All that matters. Circle ships located.
Let's go hunting.
Those are some random events interrupting my chat with my partner. So he's Ascension Starship. Forsaken. Forza. Short for Forsaken. Ripped from somewhere, the void, their consciousness. So it's not just AI, it's an actual consciousness stuffed into a ship. So, that's a trope there, right? Something like, reminds me of that scene in Macross with trying to make pilots better by making the ship sentient or connecting it to your brain and stuff. Didn't work out well.
Forza, why were your makers so...
Yeah, I'm gonna stop because it'll get
It was
interrupted.
just the most efficient method of production, and I was nothing more than their perfect weapon.
But you are more than a...
Machine?
Forza, I was so blind.
Yes. You are human, after all.
Together, we could be more than that.
Perhaps. But we are not the same.
I do sense that you're somehow incomplete.
Sometimes, I think a part of me is missing. But what does it matter? I moved on.
Did you really?
I abandoned him for 7
I
years.
sense a low energy reading.
Worth checking out?
Can't hurt to look.
That's again another random salvage thing. Keeps the galaxy feeling alive. So, yeah, Forza has a lot of resentment. We left them for 7 years as well because we were trying to get away from our past.
Greener Haven. It's packed with refugees. There must be engineers among them.
Anyone? Help! They've all gone mad!
Okay, how do I play again?
No! Leave me alone, you crazy!
Psychic totems.
Naturally, we must prevail.
Right, drift. And then teleport. Roll. Come on.
Ship them up. Yes.
Whoa.
Death is inevitable.
Come on, don't get your shields out.
Death spiral.
No!
He's stunned. Oh, stunned.
Annihilated.
Cool. Messy. Right, getting the hang of this again.
Make them believe.
Whoa, that's armored. Got psychic totems over there, terrifying things.
Strike fast.
The cult basically launches those things and it invades your mind. Come on, where are you?
Ship them up.
Bonk. You have to go inside?
Death is imminent.
Will not stop.
No, we don't. Who the hell's shooting me? Oh, more of them. God damn it. Clear the area of psychic totems. That's our primary objective.
Hit them hard.
Is that a psychic totem? No, that is something else. Psychic totems where? Here? Those the ones? Okay. They're gonna keep launching if I don't do anything. Come on, where are the psychic totems? I did go inside, I think. Okay.
That should
Get those
be a
in.
barrier field.
Arcade done. Are these the trails I have to follow?
We must prevail. Keep it tight.
We'll get through. One totem group down.
A
Nice.
good start. Death spiral.
Okay. I should get rid of these things so it stops launching them.
Hit them hard.
Impossible!
Burn them all.
Not on my watch. Okay, scanning. Totems inside. I think I see some on the other side over here.
Got rid of the totems here.
Okay.
One
Seconds.
area remaining.
Where's that one area? Down? Oh, there's just targets. Oh wait, I cleared this already. This game's intense to play. I love it. Feels good. That's clear. Okay, I think I see totems over there. Aha!
Last totem destroyed.
There we go.
Faceless taint is dying down.
I still detect circle forces.
We'll get rid of them.
And our hunt goes on.
Who wants some? Is that it? No?
Hit them hard.
Who's left? I have to close the landing stuff. Okay. Ooh, stuff. Whoa! Objectives where? Give me a point. There. No, those are stuff to pick up. Why is my ship going into... Just rolling. Hey! We already destroyed them. Oh wait. There's like one thing... I saw an indicator. Probably someone got caught out. I don't see any trails, do you? Huh. Okay, we're hunting now that one last NPC, which probably got caught in the world somewhere. Maybe I just have to wait for them to blast me. Or maybe I do have to pick up those things. Huh. Well, if you don't want to show yourself, I'm gonna pick up those things. Maybe he tried to chase me inside and got stuck. But it should indicate that there's something, right? Oh, yeah, he did get stuck in the world.
All hostiles eliminated.
He thought he could hide.
Hailing Renek Haven. You're in the clear.
Oh, thank
Signal interrupted.
Got visuals. Elite Ravens.
Elite Ravens.
Elusive killers and worthy targets.
Let's hunt.
Alright, where are the Elite Ravens? Gotcha. Switching to missiles. I don't know my sights. Gotta get rid of those shields. Gotcha. Not so elite. There you go. Aha! Oh! He disabled me.
The elite is dead.
Tricky.
I'm not detecting any others.
Renek Haven, come in. You're clear of the cult.
This is Renek Haven. Hey guys, the cult slayer freed us.
Nice.
I'm looking for a few engineers.
Sorry, with so many refugees on board, our life support generators are over capacity. We need everyone to keep it running. Damn it. They'll break anyways if we don't get a backup soon.
Then we'll find you a new energy source. Nara out.
The maps show an abandoned station nearby.
Worth a look.
Okay. That's our next destination. Elorn Outpost.
Maybe I should go there now.
Wait, what's down here?
Incoming message.
Side
Whoever
quest.
hears this, take what you want. I don't
Hey,
need
how's it
right
going,
now.
Engineer
Just don't
Naval?
leave a mess, alright?
Good to see you again.
I detect a
Welcome.
weapon inside.
Is the elevator working?
Negative.
Oh my god, you mentioned Freelancer. I played this game because I loved Freelancer back in the day and I needed to scratch that itch. Disappeared
Maybe
in Game
someone
Pass.
should fix it.
This generator activated the elevator's safety locks.
So this is Chorus. It's from, I don't know if you ever played Galaxy on Fire on mobile. It's actually from those developers, and this is their straight to console and PC game. It was actually released late last year. I don't know who the voice is, but it reminds me of BT from Titanfall. And the interaction as well, you know, with your robot buddy. But in this case, this is a sentient starship named Forsaken, or Forza. A sentient starship made against his will. There's this big cult, you know, the Empire, and they strip the consciousness from the void or something, and then they stuff it into a ship. So yeah, evil experiments and all that. And we used to be a member of the cult, Nara, and now she's trying to redeem herself. Yeah, if it's on Game Pass, it is. If you're subscribed to Game Pass, it is quote unquote free. It's good old fun, especially if you loved Star Fox, Rogue Squadron. Now take note, I love Freelancer, but this is an action game. So while waiting for Everspace 2, I'm playing this. It's pretty much a straight up action game with a few side quests here and there. It's good, simple fun. And while you can't roll, there's like drifting and stuff. So you can feel like a badass. If you know Battlestar Galactica, you can pull off Starbucks move. That turn and then go back. Anyway. Yeah, it's just a straight up action game. There are no trading elements or whatever. But yeah, it's good, simple fun. It flew under the radar for a lot of people, but it made me realize that there is a huge dearth of titles like this, where we don't get much titles like this. The ship is not that customizable. You can choose your loadout. So this is pretty much all I'm getting right now. So you have like 3 weapons. it's kind of like the triangle. It's like rock, paper, scissors. You have your, actually not really, your Gatling gun, which is like average damage, shields and hull, missiles for hull, beam weapons for shield. You can choose your mod layout over there, which have set bonuses. What differentiates it here is your pilot, Nara, who has rights. So there's some mystical elements here, like the Force, essentially. So you have the drift trance, of course, it's drifting. I love this in Star Wars Squadrons. If you haven't played Star Wars Squadrons, play that game. Drifting, while it sounds ridiculous, drifting was so fun in Squadrons, and it's fun here. Then you have like Rite of the Hunt, and you can hunt down upgrades. It's pretty much an action RPG in space. I do like the trading parts, and I do love, that's what I loved about Freelancer. It was just right. It didn't go into sim territory. Like, I enjoyed X3, I enjoy Elite Dangerous, but Freelancer was focused on the narrative and the action, and if you wanted to trade or be a space trucker, you have the freedom to. So they don't have elements of that here, unfortunately. It's just the action part of it. But I did love that about Freelancer. You're going to the cantina, going from station to station, just talking to NPCs, being a freelancer, taking on odd jobs, etc. And of course, you have your very basic upgrade thing here is you learn by doing. So you shoot stuff, you level it up. But yeah, I do recommend this. It doesn't ask too much of your time. Yeah, getting attacked by pirates or worse. Oh man, Freelancer it is so amazing. I loved it. Because I was too young to appreciate Wing Commander and the classic X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I watched my brother play those games. He was addicted to those. But when I got a bit older, Freelancer was my gateway into the genre. So Chorus came out on Game Pass, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do miss games like this. Like the last game I played like this was, what's that Toys to Life game? Which people ridiculed a lot, but it is actually one of the best Star Fox games. Starlink. I say best Star Fox game because Starlink for the Switch had the Star Fox crew, had Star Fox in it. So obviously when I played Starlink, I just ignored the human characters and I just played as Star Fox. Anyway. Yeah, side missions here, pretty basic as well. But right now on stream, I'm just doing the main story. It's essentially, I was once a member of the cult. I basically was a Death Star. I blew up a planet. Oh no, I feel bad. I'm going to leave the cult now and try to redeem myself. So yeah, that's Nara.
Hi, Sith. I'm leaving. After that fight between you and Dad, I knew you'd never... And now he's gone too. Anyway, they need me at Renai Haven. And hey, I'm still using your old boson compensator. It's the best.
So we have your typical
The mechanic didn't
flashbacks
flee when
here.
the cult came.
Not everybody runs away.
It really does sound like BT from Titanfall.
No, Dad. I am not joining you in Stega. And it's chief engineer, okay? A real job. I have a responsibility now. I must get their life support system running.
What happened in Stega again? I
Bye,
don't even
Dad.
remember.
Damn.
Okay, Ariana.
Haven's chief engineer. In her way, she's a fighter.
So it is actually just a side quest. I need to destroy the safety lock generator. Where is that? Okay. There it is. Then it goes where?
The elevator's stuck down there.
There's probably a backup generator nearby.
Okay, where's the backup generator? There it is. Wait, no, that's not it. What? Oh, there, yeah. Oh. What? Wait, what? Wait, I already blew that up, right? Did I? No, I didn't.
I've detected a backup generator.
Oh, I just needed a right angle.
The elevator moved up again.
Then the weapon is ours.
Ow. Okay, that is embarrassing. I swear I'm better than this. There, then you get like loot. Shredding claw. Is that better than what I have? Increase of 0.92 DPS, but it fires 4 high-range damage shot bursts before reloading. I think I'm okay with my close-up, tear them up kind of thing.
Okay, I get why you took it. I would have done the same. But after the rift is gone, could you please return it?
We just stole it from Ariana.
So full of hope
That you will return it?
that she'll live.
Actually, it's pretty dark. Now, what I do miss here is a dedicated
We need to
roll
locate that
axis.
exit
There's
again.
none here.
Rinnak Haven's survival depends on it.
But it's strange that there's no roll. Like, it's just barrel roll. But, I mean, I got used to it. Rexira, how's it going? Nice to have you on stream again, despite the odd hours again. We are playing chorus right now. Just need to investigate this flashback over here. Wait, what? Memory. Why can't I access it? Lame. Fine. I'm gonna continue with the quest. Yes, it is great to have you again. Welcome.
I
Make yourself
detect
comfortable.
energy signatures, but they are too weak to pinpoint.
I sense them too. And more.
Long lost life forces, echoing terror.
Your mileage may vary. Some reviews were really annoyed by Nara's inner whisper voice. I don't mind it. So those weren't memories. Those were energy signatures.
Singularity. It feels alive.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's embarrassing. No one saw that. Trying to be fancy here. Alright.
Spotted. That's powerful.
What?
And I can contain it.
Okay, this reminds me of that soulstone creature from Guardians of the Galaxy. Why would be Dark Fusion Singularity? Press A to absorb. Okay.
A dark fusion singularity, like my ship core.
Then let's hope Rinnak Haven can use it.
Ominous. There we go. Faceless.
Faceless manifesting.
Then we hunt.
Death is imminent. Surprise, oblivion. Feels moist.
Whoops. Whoa. Okay, where are they?
Dead.
Gotcha.
Burn them all faceless shattered.
Strange. Their energies show me a new memory. It's not far.
Memory. Where's the memory? I was busy fighting. Is that the memory? There it is.
What? Get this off the station!
Why? It's a priceless artifact.
It's cursed!
Typical.
Could the singularity still lure the faceless?
I have it contained. It creates an entanglement with the void only when exposed.
So there's some... Yeah, there's some like cosmic terror kind of thing going here. Like, you know, the cult is tapping into that. Cult with a capital C. The cult here, they're the superior force in the galaxy right now. I used to be a member of the cult, and now I'm here trying to save the galaxy. You know, tapping into the void, transferring consciousness.
Rinak Haven, we have an energy source for you. It's a dark fusion singularity.
Is this really a great idea?
What? That's more than enough energy. Get it to our central life support systems.
Understood. Just keep it contained, okay?
Yes, of course. I'll make this work.
Can we trust this person with a... what is it? A dark fusion singularity? This is really not a good idea.
We're saved.
Good, because we still need an engineer.
Aye, Cult Slayer. I'll do it. I'll come myself.
Excellent. And call me Nara.
Oh, sure. See you soon.
Okay, simple enough. So we have our engineers. So we are trying to enter the void.
An engineer's on her way to you.
That void.
Good, Nara. Now we have a chance to get you into the rift and close it.
The rift.
I'll tell
Sorry.
the Admiral.
Do that. Nara out.
That rift is slowly consuming the resistance, so we gotta stop it. Alright, last one before we enter the rift. I really hope this game did well enough that the developers consider a sequel. Because it's an interesting base. Like, I haven't tried Everspace 2, but we really don't have many games like this. So please, bring back the Starship genre.
More faceless ahead. They've already materialized.
I'm not holding out hope for Star Citizen. I'm gonna die before they release Star Citizen, Jesus.
Admiral Cardo, I'm entering the shipyard's lightning field.
Why? Captain Astam must already be dead.
What?
You
Never
were
say
their only
never.
chance. But your delays killed those crews. Without them, we gotta retreat.
Then go. Meanwhile, I'm going to free your ships. Nara out.
This delay by
They
delays
probably
does he
are
mean
already dead.
because we're doing side
We'll
quests? Oh shit.
Contact. Sniper ahead.
Sniper?
Maneuvers ready.
What? Powerful snipe attacks. Okay, that's new. Charge straight at it. Oh, that's too early.
Please confirm.
I'm listening. Please identify.
Resent me. And Admiral Cardo. Check his ID.
Confirmed. But a cult ship? Who are you?
Oh my god. Sorry, just mentioned the ending again of Titanfall 2. No spoilers, but I swear, so many people slept on Titanfall 2. Because Titanfall 1 did not have a campaign, right? Or at least I don't remember it having a campaign. But Titanfall 2, they did not have to make a campaign like that, but they did. They put so much heart and soul into that campaign. If you have not played Titanfall 2, play it, please. It is one of Respawn's best games. Respawn, who went on after Titanfall to make Fallen Order. So I do have faith in Respawn Entertainment. Hell, Apex Legends was fun. Set in the same world as Titanfall. I do miss the wall running though. I swear, the multiplayer in Titanfall 2 was I was so addicted to that as well. Hey, how's it going, cheesy chimps? Yeah, Titanfall 3. I know that we need a sequel. But you know, Fallen Order is great. I love Fallen Order, so we'll give them time. The sequel's coming out for Fallen Order. I did enjoy the campaign as well. Respawn makes some great games.
Nara, I'm getting you out.
Faceless corruption is locking down the ships. These pulsing hearts seem to be linked.
Yes. I must disrupt them all at once, for each ship.
All at once is one of those things. Oh yeah, not Team Fortress 2, sorry. Titanfall 2 multiplayer was pretty intense, but just the feeling of a satisfying, you know, your mech's going down, you eject out, you wall run past some buildings, avoiding the enemy fire, you leap off, you go jockeying onto their mech. Oh, that is so satisfying. Especially the jockeying where you launch onto the ship, you grab on from the top. Oh, it's so good. It's amazing. It's like, it's just so good. It just felt so good. I have not experienced a game that provides that feeling again. Deal with the ring mechanic. Right, Wave of Titans. You know,
I must disrupt all corruption hearts at once.
okay. Quickly disrupt all glowing hearts to remove a corruption cluster with your Rite of the Storm. Right, I have the Rite of the Storm. Yeah, when Titanfall, when Apex Legends was announced, I did play it for a while actually because it felt good. The sliding, the maneuverability. Of course, you miss the. It was close to like the pilot's maneuverability without the wall running. In fact, I remember the developer saying they had to tone it down because Apex was getting too fast. If they added like the jetpacks and then it still is fast. Anyway, I would have enjoyed Apex Legends more if they dumped Titans into it. Come on. Give me my Titans back. What am I supposed to do? Where are the corrupted hearts? Oh, what? Okay. Do they respawn? I think they do. So I have to do it quickly. Okay. This is a drift in. I missed one.
Engage engines and stay close. Nara will free us all.
Okay. Press A to look.
Reinforcements incoming. Get out.
Oh shoot.
How about
Okay.
cover fire?
Appreciated.
Frigate pilot, open fire.
Why am I crashing into things? That is a good question. I bet Forsaken's pissed off. Forsaken's Ascension spaceship. He doesn't like my piloting, honestly.
Neutralized.
Two capital ship. Okay. We gotta take down at least one of them, right? Let's get their turrets first.
Imminent.
And go into the belly of the beast. Don't expose yourself like that.
Target destroyed. Death is inevitable.
Damn it. Thought it'd be cool.
Kill here. Go for the kill.
Are we missing one? Okay, finally. Are there even more? Wait, we need one. We need to free these ships. They're just gonna keep coming.
Still here.
One over there. Okay, 2 over 4.
They're gassing them.
We must hurry.
My FPS is...
Oh, I'm blistering!
Time to free frigates. I didn't see the time limit. Go, go, go. 40 seconds. Last ship. Where's the last ship? What? Oh, one more over there. 30 seconds.
Never surrender!
Hang on, almost there.
Come on.
Moving out.
Got it.
Everyone on my mark.
Move, move.
Open fire!
Get them.
What are they doing?
Captain,
What?
more cult forces launching from that tower.
I expected as much. It's the heart of the operation.
Damage confirmed. Then we'll rip it out.
That requires your firepower, but I detected every night in the spirit class.
Good. I can bond and power it up.
Too close.
Ward spirit? Okay. We're gonna bond with this ship. Get some firepower in.
Will not stop.
Let's take the lightning field down. Weapons charged.
Ship, untouched. So much strength. Enough to crush the station's core.
Now this is overpowered. Oh, those are our ships. I'm sorry I crashed into you. Destroy station core.
Focusing fire on the station.
Whoa.
The lightning around us stopped.
Holy
Captain,
crap.
Move out.
We've got company. We can't take them out alone.
You're not alone.
Mercy.
Hit them hard.
They don't stand a chance.
Impact. Fire and strike. Target destroyed.
They're sitting ducks. Yeah, she got some mines in. One guy got stuck over there. Come out.
That's done. I'll leave this vessel to you, Captain Astan.
Nice.
You're back.
I never really left, Forza.
So she just like astral projects
That's from
into
some
a
great
ship.
Fighters. You were impressive out there.
And you never gave up, Captain.
Never. Admiral Cardo, I don't know where you found Nara, but we'd be dead without her.
Admiral Carter just left him
Glad
to
to have you
die.
back, Captain Astan.
And he's saying, glad to have you back.
We're close.
Jeez.
She may be our secret weapon. Come on, Captain. We need you.
And now he
Slayer.
needs us.
We need to talk. Cardo, out.
A change of mind?
No, he just realized we're running out of time with the rift.
I
Yeah.
can feel it. Through you. A growing red pain.
I'm sorry you must endure this.
Alright. This is it. We're gonna go into that thing and blow it up. Oh, memory. Huh? Wait, it's not a memory, is it? I can't access this. Is it bugged? Weird. Okay.
Ree, about Admiral Cardo.
Okay, I need to stop because my dialogue keeps getting interrupted by
His
random
family.
events.
Did they all die?
Yes. The cult deployed psychic totems against the fleeing survivors. People everywhere went mad.
I see.
When Cardo arrived, his only son was raving and firing wildly. To stop him, Cardo was forced to kill him.
Oh shit.
So his hatred for the cult burns deep.
Sorry, going
Approaching rendezvous point.
Intercepting
interrupted.
circle communications.
Let's surprise them.
Stop interrupting my comms, please. I want to listen to the story. We were just talking about Cardo's sad backstory about how he had to kill his son because of cult totems.
An old civilian ship. No life signs, but a signal showing psychic totem distortions.
I sense it too. It's strange. Somehow fragmented. Let's find it.
Yeah, so I'm just doing this. I've been doing the side quests off stream, but this main story shouldn't take too long. It's just some good B-movie space action. I'm enjoying it.
Hailing, requesting assistance.
It's coming from a civilian.
Okay, I can't ignore that.
Let's see what the trouble is.
So these are random events. Give you very minuscule rewards, but
This is Nara. Do you need help?
We're en route to the next trading haven, but there are reports of hostiles nearby. Can you escort us?
Sure. Lead the way.
escort missions, typical of these things. Is he gonna lead me back? And sometimes the game does surprise me with how pretty it can be. Where are you off to, civilian?
Here they come. Rerouting thrusters energy to our shields.
We'll handle this.
Yes.
Ah!
Not a problem. Should be easy.
Make them bleed.
One last. You're free to go, civilian. Oh, it's not over yet. Man, thank you for bringing up Titanfall 2 and Freelancer. I miss those games. And back when you were still in school, all you had to worry about was, you know, getting your homework done, just coming home, launching, booting up Freelancer, just having a great time in space. I had so much hopes for Star Citizen, you know, the maximum immersion.
Ah, we made it through. The route forward looks safe from here. Here's something for your trouble.
Thanks, Captain. Stay safe.
But they're stuck doing simulated bed sheets, which is actually sounds pretty impressive technically in a game, because who knows when you need simulated bed sheets when you sit down in your captain's quarters. I do appreciate that amount of detail, but the game's never gonna be finished at that rate. I did try Star Citizen during its free flight kind of stuff, during the preview weekends. It's so janky. But I could see what they were, you know, the vision was there. Just give me Squadron 42. I want that spiritual sequel. Or is it a sequel to Wing Commander? It does have Mark Hamill in it. I don't know if it's set. I think it is set in the same universe.
I sense them nearby.
But yeah, it is so awesome. Just, you know, waking up in your captain's quarters, poking around the place, exiting, going down the elevator, catching a train to the spaceport, and just going through the whole process. And it's just so immersive. You know, hopping onto someone's ship, and while they're piloting, you just roam around, go to the lounge.
The Resistance. A tight hiding place for a fleet.
The rock's mineral composition blocks long-range sensors.
They need every advantage. Their equipment, it's...
Outdated and no match for the Circle.
Well,
They depend on us.
Over there. The Macahaven ships.
All intact.
ooh,
I hope we can use them.
That reminds me of a
Nora,
Battlestar class.
Attention, everyone, she's here.
Captain Astan.
This is who saved us. It's quite a story.
Another time, Captain.
Of course.
Ree, come in. How's the Renak Haven engineer working out?
Ariana? She's brilliant.
Oh, Ree, you're brilliant. We'll get her into the rift in no time.
We're almost there, Nara. Re out.
Okay, I want to see
There
what's
she
inside
is.
the rift.
The cult slayer. Over there. A lot of grateful people here, Nara.
Listen to them. They look up to you.
I never wanted this.
No,
But
please,
you'll need
no.
their support.
It's time to have that talk.
Yes, Admiral.
Yes, Cardo.
So, Nara, you really want to kill your former master?
Yes.
Will this rift lead to him?
I don't know. But if I don't close it right now, everything you ever fought for ends.
I see. Everyone, set course for the Anura installation.
Getting
In the
hyped.
meantime, Ariana and I will take control of its laser.
And I'm your escort.
Exactly. They'll modify the emitter tower, and the resistance will have your back.
Let's do this. Joint operation.
On my signal, we'll carve a passage into that rift.
It'll only be open for a few seconds.
That's all I need. I'll get through.
Here we go. Rising through the rift.
I detect an old ship signature.
We might salvage something there.
No time for side quests. So apparently Nara has the power to open a rift like this, and it consumed the planet and killed billions. So that's why she just doesn't want anything to do with society anymore.
Approaching rendezvous point. Apparently they both came.
Ree keeps her promises.
Nara, we're ready.
Ready?
That thing above us is terrifying.
And soon it could swallow our entire reality.
We'll move fast. First, we will repolarize this external shield node. Then, the control tower.
And that should make that installation shoot a concentrated beam into the rift.
Carving a passage.
Okay. Let's do this.
All right, let's start. I got your back.
Circle Harrier spotted.
Okay, that's new. Deploys hostile
We'll
drones.
prioritize them, or they'll patch up their fighters.
Got it.
I'm hit. Can't keep the polarizer stable.
Copy. I'll drive them off.
Keep going.
Thanks. I'm restarting it.
Another one hit.
They're targeting us.
I gotcha. %51%.
Converge on target.
Freaking Harriers.
Full impact.
We're hit. Beam's disrupted.
Fat and slow.
Death imminent.
Done.
Let's move on to the control tower.
Affirmative.
More circle forces.
Let's keep them off the tower.
We're at 50%.
Crap.
Keeping the beam stable.
Right. Rough lightning. Come on. Give me an opening.
Ariana, take point over there. I'll join you.
Aye. We must stay in sync.
And I'll lay down cover fire.
Too much interference.
Burn them all.
Come on. Got his shields up in time.
Close. Death is inevitable.
It's those Harriers. Damn, it's losing health.
Nearly there.
You can do it.
Hit them hard.
Done.
Got it.
Moving on to the final control node.
Damage confirmed.
Come on.
Heating up. Beam
Ah.
failing. Taking damage. The beam won't hold. Ah!
Crap.
Into the vacuum. Yes. Eliminated.
Too much heat on me.
I gotcha. Come on, who's next?
Another one hit.
Go for the kill. Make them bleed.
Halfway there.
Polarization in progress.
Damn it. She sold to halfway there.
Death spiral.
Come on, Ariana. Hang in there.
Death imminent.
Alright, let's go.
Die, coach player.
Fire and strike.
Your health getting too low, too close for comfort.
We're close.
A little more.
Shit, I need to get back in the fight.
Death imminent.
Hit them hard.
Strike fast.
Come on.
We got it. The entire control tower is ours.
Target.
Yeah?
But we need to clear the area for phase 2.
I'm already on it. Fire and strike.
Go
Missiles.
for the kill.
Whoops.
Make them bleed.
Ah, that is close. Too close.
Barrier field down. Energy flow established.
What's next?
Watch out, the lightning.
It's tearing
Destroy the corrupted cluster?
At least we are protected.
How am I supposed to destroy that? Missiles.
First energy flow released.
Come on. Oh, it's in the center. Oh, it's a crystal. Is it not dying? Ridiculous. Right.
Energy level rising.
I'm supposed to use my Rite of Storm.
Corruption cluster.
Rite of Storm. I forgot about my abilities. Easy,
Watch out,
one
lightning.
button.
It's tearing the emitter apart.
Boom.
At least we are protected.
Corruption cleared.
First energy flow released.
Energy level rising.
One more corruption cluster.
All cleared.
Energy levels at full capacity. Fire it up. Laser activated.
Let's go.
The passage is opening.
I'm ready.
Damn.
Damn, the demon class.
It must fall.
To let the laser through.
Resistance
Oh,
reporting
shit.
in. Have you covered. Take them down.
Careful, they can easily crush you.
Better shoot fast then.
What? They sent in a Star Destroyer? Fudge. Okay, this is so epic. Holy crap, it's the
Destroy their
cult.
shield's energy supply.
And let the beam do the rest. Hit them hard.
Okay,
Another one hit.
crap. What am I supposed to take out?
Strike fast.
Aha.
Taking shield supply down.
Yes.
Okay, Valley of the Beast, go.
We got heavy heat on us. Help Slayer, we need your help.
Oh
be back,
crap,
Captain.
they need help?
Energy supply down by 50%.
I'm busy right now. Damn it. This is taking me back to my freelancer days. I freaking love it.
Full impact. Get them.
Come on, just die already.
Death is inevitable.
Come on, I stand. Disrupt.
Burn them.
Disrupted.
They're veering off. For now.
For
Help
now.
Slayer.
Gotcha.
Taking heavy damage and request immediate assistance.
Another one.
Understood, Admiral.
Where are your fighters? Scrabble your fighters.
Burn them all.
Stay calm. Gotcha.
Must prevail.
Armored ones. You're pretty beefy.
Invasive measures. Shut them up.
On my watch.
total devastation.
Okay.
Hostiles repel. We can take it from here.
Will not stop.
More cells over there.
Make them bleed. Full impact. Strike fast.
Other side.
All energy cells destroyed.
Gotcha.
Standing by to breach the engine room. Fire now, Cap. Breach confirmed.
Copy. And we'll crush their reactor cores.
This is so epic. I love it. The music's helping.
Death is inevitable. Make them bleed.
Make them bleed.
Breaking up.
Getting in my sights. Stay on target.
Eliminated.
Shield generators, where? Inside.
We must prevail. Strike fast. Must continue.
Come on.
Damage confirmed.
Gotcha. I'm like the deadliest mosquito.
It's going down. You did it.
Be careful, Nara.
Our passage into the void. Finally.
I'm a force in the shadows.
Oh god, we're going to the void. Whatever's inside the void. Aha.
All energy is passing through the rift.
This is some control.
Faceless.
Metaverse.
On all we suppress. Our fears, nightmares, ambitions. And it anchors the rift.
We must destroy it.
It is the
We will.
metaverse. What the hell? Destroy the faceless manifestation? Are we in an anime? What? Okay, this is pretty epic. I did not expect this to be in here. Okay, just destroy this giant monster. Uh-huh.
So eager, so confident.
The great prophet?
No, not exactly. But somehow connected.
What am I supposed to do? Shit. Those don't look good. Whoa. Come on. What am I doing? How? I got stuck. I just rammed into the place that I got stuck. Whoops. Okay, armor weakness. We'll take it out slowly but surely. No need to rush it. Avoid the lasers. Do it calmly. Destroy Heart's armor. I feel like I'm not making any effect. Okay, destroy the Heart's armor. What happened to my music?
I detect multiple enemy
Oh.
pockets. They're unshielded.
Right, I have to hit that at the same time.
Another one hit.
Disappointing. Frustrated failure.
Got it.
On the arms.
Let's go for another pass over here. Now we're in control. Now I mean, Returnal. Arm blisters, no problem. Just a lot of lasers to freaking dodge.
Shook them up.
Oh shit.
This changes nothing.
Next blister. Gotcha. Oh crap.
Go for the kill.
Ah. Wait for it to go around. And free yourself. Gotcha. Whoa!
Look, the arm's end has opened.
Good. I'll get inside.
Where?
Full impact.
I gotta get in. I'm dying out here.
We must
Okay.
prevail.
Ah, yeah. I crashed into it. Okay. There, it's intended for me.
The arm's end has opened.
Good. I'll get inside.
Trench run! Let's go! Let's see if I can boost through it. Oh. Oh shit.
It's arm.
We tore it off.
Destroy the heart armor again. Okay, I have to destroy 3 of them. In sequence. 1. 2.
Get them.
3.
Back to its heart.
Gotcha.
Strike fast.
Inside again. Blisters again.
Hit the arms again.
Yes.
Burn them all. Full. Fight on.
Damage confirmed.
Arm blisters, not so bad.
Fire and strike.
Everyone turn on you. To them, you'll always be a butcher.
Shit.
Let's get in.
Where?
Keep going.
Crap, I don't have enough time. I did! And then I respawn right in front of the arm. It's very forgiving.
Let's get in.
No problem. No problem. If Han Solo could do this, I can too.
Another arm. We must keep going.
One more arm. Okay, what's the arrangement here? And come on. Not fast enough. Gotcha.
Heart's armor. One more time.
Death imminent.
You have such glaring weaknesses, buddy. Take the damage.
Only a few more blisters. Make them bleed.
Not listening. Okay. It's getting pretty hectic. Give me that blister.
Measures.
Hit them hard.
Gotcha.
It's open.
Over here, right? Gotcha. Now we know where this thing is. Inside we go.
Get them.
Oh shit. Thank goodness for shields. Crap. Gotcha. One more.
The last arm is gone. He's hurt. We must hurry.
How's it going, Raffi? Thank you for following all those socials. Holy crap. Boss battle. This is Chorus. I'm dying. We are in the void. Lots to explain. Faceless manifestation. I blew up. How's it going? Thank you so much for following and the raid the other day. This is Chorus. It's scratching that itch for me. Freelancer, Star Fox, Rogue Squadron.
And raging.
We must hurry.
This guy's just teleporting now. It's not fair.
Continue.
Damage confirmed.
Will not stop.
Come on! I don't know if that is the final boss or not. Anyway, we just flew into a rift.
Splintered from the Prophet. It must not fall to the Faceless again.
Okay, it's not the final boss.
Nara.
I'm okay, but Forza, I could feel his pain.
Okay, we play as Nara, and our partner is Forsaken, or Forza. He's a sentient starship.
Forza, it's done.
Okay, that is a great
sealed the rift.
sequence.
Now everyone will see that the cult is not invincible, and even rifts can be closed.
And that is just the beginning.
So there is still hope.
There always was.
For others, but not for me.
I need more sequences like that. We did
are
it.
in your
We did
debt.
it.
This victory changes many things.
Glad to be of service, Admiral.
We helped these
Now we
people
must
come
find the
together
puppet
and
kill him.
Or there will be more rifts.
yeah, close the
Somehow
rift.
he's the trigger. Admiral Cardo, I fear our battles.
Are far from over, yes. To kill the snake, you must crush its head. We've detected several rebellions on cult worlds. The news is spreading, and each day, more join our ranks. But it's going to be a long war, without end. Unless
Oh no,
we
don't
stop
tell me
it.
this is like a cliffhanger.
I will find him, Admiral. Believe it.
I'm staking my fleet and many lives on it. Good hunting, Nara.
Thanks. And Ree, stay safe.
Always.
Oh, that is a tough question to answer, Rafi.
You don't know how to
Hmm.
stop him.
I know where to start. The Chinook field.
Okay, the game's not over.
The Circle's most sacred ground.
Where it all began. Where the Faceless found him. And where his secrets lie.
So the faceless and everything. What to say about this game? It's scratching that itch for me. It's good, simple fun. It's hard to recommend something because if you don't mind old games, Freelancer is a great entry point, I think, because Freelancer's for forgiving with mouse and keyboard controls. It is pretty old though, but I think I'm not sure if it holds up today. But actually, this game's fun. If you enjoyed Star Fox, if you liked Starlink or Rogue Squadron, definitely the Star Fox series. Starlink was a fun game actually on Switch because of the Star Fox theme. Star Wars Squadrons. Actually, Star Wars Squadrons is great. Because Star Wars Squadrons, you're forced into a cockpit view. I prefer cockpit views for the immersion factor, but Star Wars Squadrons is a great game. It also plays well on the controller, and it feels great. It's like fighter jets in space. This one is more action RPG. This is also fun. It's on Game Pass. If you're subscribed to Game Pass, all you have to lose is some time. Chorus just released on Game Pass like last week. But Star Wars Squadrons, freaking amazing. And they added drifting there as well. Like this, drift. They added drifting in Squadrons, so you get to pull off that Poe Dameron move that he did, where he literally drifted in space and shot out the turrets. You can have moments like that. It's just... man, I don't know. It's a lot to unpack. The sequel trilogy. It had so much potential. The cast had so much potential, and they just didn't take them anywhere. Kylo Ren was almost on the cusp of greatness, I feel. And then they just dropped the ball because they just didn't feel like they were on the same page. Anyway, yeah. This is fun. It's on Game Pass. There are a bunch of side quests. Don't expect trading. I would say Freelancer, Star Wars Squadrons, and this if it's on Game Pass. If you're looking for a more simulationist aspect to it, spreadsheets in space, the X series is really difficult to get into, the steep learning curve, but it's in the same vein as, space simulation, run an empire, be a space trucker. That's for Elite Dangerous, the X series. That's on the heavier simulation aspect to it. But if you're looking for just quick action, you can't go wrong with Squadrons. Freelancer, I'm not sure if it's aged well today. And this is fun. It's semi-open world. There are multiple regions, and as you can see here, a bunch of side activities. The writing's not exactly anything to write home about. It's super B-movie quality, but the sequence we were just in, where you dropped in with that faceless monster and shit, like before that, the music was epic. The composer, by the way, has also done the music on Star Citizen. Say what you will about Star Citizen, I still do believe in their vision, even though it's a total scam, and I'm going to die before that game ever releases. But I cannot recommend Star Citizen because it is not complete and it is super janky. But one can hope, right? For me, get into that, put on a VR headset, just live your freelancer in space dreams. Anyway, that is my recommendation. Squadrons is amazing because I know a lot of people complain because, okay, if you don't like first-person perspectives, I think Rogue Squadron still kind of holds up. Rogue Squadron's more similar to this. Third-person, simple flight controls, action. But Squadrons, I feel, hit that perfect balance between a flight sim, a space sim, and an arcade game. Like the controls are easy to get into, but you still get roll. You get to turn on or off flight assist if you want. I can't recommend it enough.
My sensors detect incoming faceless ships.
But man, this just brings me back to Freelancer and Star Fox. And you'll be surprised. I don't know if we ever played Galaxy on Fire on your mobile phone. Alright, before mobile gaming was big. Before we got games like... You know, who could believe that games like Genshin Impact and games of that level of quality and scale, how could it, like, it blew my mind. Like, how could it fit on a freaking mobile phone? Back in the day, right? Because my generation, we started with the Nokias, okay? The 3210, the 3310, hell, even before that. Point is, this game, the developer started with a little mobile game called Galaxy on Fire, which is on iPhone 3, I think. That generation, or iPhone third generation. And I was blown away by Galaxy on Fire because, wait, this is like Freelancer on my mobile phone. And it's like semi-open world as well, space environments. And then what? I can upgrade my starship. I can blow shit up on my phone. It is like, what is this magic? I still get goosebumps thinking about it. Anyway, same developers, Galaxy on Fire, and I believe Chorus is their first straight-to-console game. Because they did port Galaxy on Fire into the Switch and PC, I think, to mixed results. But you can tell, they're trying their best because we don't have many developers producing games like this. I think it is a genre that is with untapped potential. I am totally biased for games like this. So now we move on to the next zone. I think we're almost done with the game. But yeah, Genshin Impact, I think, was really hit home for it really hit it home that I was like, holy crap, I'm playing like a Breath of the Wild like on my mobile phone. Still not my preferred way to play because your fingers get in the way and shit. And I'm lazy to connect a controller to my phone, right? I may as well just connect it to the PC. But the fact that they released it for mobile and PC, it is also a super great move because you could just jump between the platforms, maintaining your progress. And say what you want about Genshin Impact. I dropped off after the first zone. I finished Mondstadt. I got into Liyue. Then I kind of just got bored of it. But it is also, I think, a breakthrough in terms of the quality that you could get out of a freaking gacha game. And sure, I understand gacha practices can prey upon the vulnerable, like people who don't have control over their pockets, their wallets, I mean. And it could turn predatory in that sense. But of course, people say, then just don't get into the gacha. But I understand the compulsion of wanting to purchase it, the fear of missing out. It is manipulative. It is a business, and you can't, no matter how generous they are in terms of giving you primo gems and doing your dailies and stuff, you can get by with free to play. But I understand that, similar to casinos, it can be a vice. It is, yeah, you're right. Is that word? it's like weaponized FOMO. I could say I relate to this because I kind of wailed a bit just to get Yelan, just because I like the character concept and her story, and it's not my proudest moment, but in the process I also got Jean, because I was always after Jean or Jean, whatever language you prefer, but I got Jean on my free, the Primo Gems I saved up over the years, and then I finally pulled Jean. That made me happy, and I realized, oh no, it triggered that reward aspect in my brain. Now I'm gonna go after Yelan. It's bad. It's bad, chat. Just don't fall into that. Just control yourself. I know it's hard, but the thing is, it is a fun game, right? It's something to be said if they use those predatory aspects, weaponize FOMO, and it's a shitty game that just gives your fingers things to do. But they didn't have to go hard with the writing of the NPCs. Like, you talk to the random NPCs and they say more than AAA games. Even if it's just... And then somehow the writers decided, hey, let's connect some storylines between these random NPCs that no one's ever gonna talk to. And then they hide so much little snippets of like good dialogue in there, and then realize, oh, this person's talking about that NPC, or this person's supposed to meet this NPC that I met in another region, and then it just gives this world that feeling that they thought about what to put in this world. Anyway, back to it. Back to this game, there aren't that many regions. You start off in Stega Central. It goes by pretty quickly. I think it is just the right length. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It gives you enough rewards. The powers are interesting. The rights, it gives you that sense of progression. I like the fact that they introduced like mystical, otherworldly, cosmic horror elements to this. That's also my kind of jam. I know some people prefer like hard science fiction. But I like space magic. So the fact that there's a cult here, they tapped into the void, which we cannot comprehend with our mortal minds. It's super basic, it's super tropey, but it gets me invested enough to care about, oh, I wonder whose consciousness they ripped off in this sentient starship experiment. Typical, right? Sentient starship experiments, etc., etc. And now we're going to the second to the last region, I believe, which is Chinook Fields. This is a haunted place where the void's long dark of night leaks into our reality. So they're adding a bit more otherworldly layers right now. It started off super basic and generic, but then now it's kind of becoming its own thing. It is here where humankind first encountered the Faceless, and where this mysterious power chose its great prophet. The place of this historic encounter is now the Circle's most sacred site, the heart. So this totally reminds me of Control. I don't know if you ever played Control. It is also on Game Pass. Control is amazing. It is from Remedy. That is a world I really want to explore even more. I loved Control so much that I got the art book, and I'm holding out for the day I get to run a tabletop RPG or play in a tabletop RPG that is based on Control. The Federal Bureau of Control. Amazing world building there. I'm getting vibes of that here. Remedy, the makers of Max Payne, the original one, and that time travel one with the brother of the Hobbit. Quantum Break, and Alan Wake, and Control. Remedy makes great games. Cannot wait for Alan Wake 2.
Even I perceive power here, but it has changed into perfect darkness.
And it's growing.
The void's long dark of night. The faceless taint.
Entropy?
That's course to the Kinnock Temple, where I last saw the Great Prophet.
Before Nimica. Before he vanished.
Who is this great prophet? So each temple here holds a power, a rite. So we actually have 2 more rites to go, but they're pretty fun. Like Rite of the Storm, Rite of the Hunt. So you got like special powers, supernatural powers. And it is a pretty game.
This temple. It's been 7 years.
You remember it well.
I remember my lessons, and that the prophet was different that day. Distracted.
How uncharacteristic.
Whatever disturbed him, the past could lead us to him.
Enter Ice Cave system. So each region also has its distinct flavor. Now we're in like the ice region, the icy region. Okay, that is new.
Contact. The swarm must not get close to us.
Ah, freaking swarm elements.
Copy. Taking them down from a distance.
Missiles? Oh! What? You're hardy. Missiles are the way to go. Did he just regenerate? Holy crap.
Finally.
The Faceless are adapting.
Evolving. As people do. As I do.
It's time to enter.
Ooh.
The darkness feeds on this place.
Oh my god.
Secrets.
Wait.
And guilt. Mine. And the prophets.
You know what I want now? You know what I want? It just dawned on me. Since the ether here in this world is kind of like the force, and Nara is literally like force sensitive to the ether, and she can do all these powers and shit. Now I need it's super niche, but I need like a Koran Horn, like a Star Wars Koran Horn game. Koran Horn was a Jedi who's also a starship pilot. I know Luke is that as well, but we always focus on Luke's ground adventures. We don't exactly get to explore Luke as a pilot, except for in the Rogue Squadron novels. But a force-sensitive pilot, give me that, please. Instead in Star Wars, like, okay, Nara is cool, but give me a force-sensitive pilot. Exploring the mysteries in space. And you get to go off on your ship and, you know, play around with your lightsaber if you want. But actually, no. Now that I think about it, how would the force really manifest in pilots? Sure, you have your, you know, for sure there'll be like bullet time, maybe very minuscule use of the force in terms of moving and pushing and pulling, but probably not to the extent of Nara here, who like literally creates a rift in time and space to teleport or release force lightning from her ship. Okay, maybe it's not as great as it is cooler in my head, but at least I had to say my piece. But at the end of the day, just give me more Star Wars Squadrons games. I think Squadrons did well enough that I don't know, I need a sequel. Now, I didn't get to finish Squadrons yet because I've been waiting for the right time, because it has VR support. But I suffer from VR sickness. So I felt like a kid, like putting on my VR headset, like looking around the cockpit of an X-Wing. And then I got motion sick, and then I just felt like puking. So I need to build up my VR tolerance if I can, because I want to experience Squadrons that way. Now, it may be a futile effort. I haven't been getting my VR legs because I keep getting motion sick. But one day I will finish Squadrons. Or maybe I'll just give up on it and just play it on the flat screen, which is fine. On a flat screen, Squadrons is still an amazing experience. though the multiplayer was great. The campaign, it's not the best, but the gameplay, it's good. Where's my Star Wars open world game? Bring us back to Star Wars Galaxies. Star Wars Galaxies was an amazing MMO. I had so much fun with it before it shut down. Yeah, I really don't think, like, unless you go to Force Unleashed levels of quality, the Force, I think, has always been pretty subtle. Except for moments like the last Obi-Wan episode, am I right? But yeah, unless you get to like Force Unleashed levels of like, I'm gonna tear a Star Destroyer with the Force, that's pretty insane. I don't think it's, you know, it doesn't manifest as teleportation and blowing shit up. Lightning is like the most overt use of the Force that I've seen. That isn't like telekinesis. Like, there are no like Hadoukens or laser beams and shit. So I don't think, but you know, now I just want an open world, open galaxy Star Wars game. Study the Prophet's life. I want to study the Prophet's life. But where? Yeah, it didn't exactly look... There was something off about it. Agree. Where's the optional? Yeah, well, it is weird. I'm not sure what was it. Like, it felt uncanny. There we go. It's like, it's just off. Did I not? For some reason, while talking, I got turned around and I left. Yeah, it is. You're right. Like the way it is composed. Now that you're talking about it, like not going into too much spoilers, it felt kind of flat. Like the depth wasn't really there. And that just actually made me realize how, you know, what I loved about the sequel trilogy is how technically impressive it looked. And how the cinematography, my preference, the cinematography was modernized and it showed Star Wars in a flashier light. Not just in terms of the way it was shot, but in terms of the lighting, the choreography, of course, the CGI. Because if you think back to the prequels and the original trilogy, honestly, there were so many awkward shots. The cinematography for me was not the greatest. And I think because they were limited by the technology back then with the over-reliance on green screen, that they couldn't shoot how they really wanted, I think. And of course, the original trilogy, the way films were made back then, it's kind of par for course. But the prequels, I love the world building of the prequels, but for me, I don't think of how well it was shot. I think of the world building and the production design and the artistic direction. So for me, the perfect marriage of like the sequel trilogy for me could have been, okay, I love the original trilogy's storytelling, but I will admit the choreography and the way it didn't really age well. The prequel had amazing world building, but a lot of cringe dialogue. The sequel looked technically impressive and looked so awesome, but it didn't have the world building or the storytelling chops. And then that's why it felt, for me as a huge Star Wars fan, that's why I was so disappointed. Because it could have been a combination of the prequels and the original. But it fell short. Really fell off the mark, in my opinion. I still love the sequels for what they were. But if you combine the three, what could we get? And that is when Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, I really feel like they could do it in the series. That is why for me the Mandalorian was like capturing lightning in a bottle. I really love the Mandalorian because I think it combined all three aspects. Now I think it kind of fell short a bit in terms of world building, but in terms of how it was shot, in terms of the pacing, the acting, the way things were choreographed, Mando was... I love Mando. Obi-Wan is... I guess it's average at best for me. Like, I loved seeing Hayden Christensen back and all of that. But I love Obi-Wan, okay? But so far, we're already at the last episode for this season. It's average for me. But I'm waiting for Ahsoka. Ahsoka and bringing back Rebels characters. Holy crap. It's gonna be an actual continuation to Rebels. Highly recommend Clone Wars and Rebels, by the way. So I still have hope. I still have hope that the television series and perhaps the new movies will be a synthesis of all the trilogies combined. Yeah, Obi-Wan's the world building's there, but look, I'm also, oh my god, I'm waiting for I'm just like geeking out right now. I'm waiting for the Fallen Order cast to make their TV debuts as well. The Fallen Order sequel is coming up, and it lines up with like Ahsoka and Andor and oh god. Anyway, it's super exciting times, but they could easily make the jump, right? Because they already, you kind of see what they were doing. They made sure that the cast looked like the actors. So they basically, they casted, I think they already casted with live action in mind. So you can easily have Cal Kestis. Like, look, I love the voice actors, but admittedly, some of them don't look the part. We got Bo-Katan. I love that they brought Starbuck in. They got Cara Thrace, my god, in Mando. Holy shit. Because she was the voice also in Clone Wars as Bo-Katan. But I understand it'll be Sabine Wren, Ahsoka. I love the look of their live-action counterparts. I like how Rosario Dawson also brings to the character. But I do miss the voices, obviously. So now I think that's also another thing to unpack. Like, voice actors not looking like their parts, and now voice actors being considered based on how they look. I understand it's been an issue. I'm not familiar with the voice acting scene, but I have seen some tweets, some articles about how it is a concern now that voice actors now have to consider their appearances. Their ethnicity. Ethnicity is also a whole other thing to unpack based on their cultural upbringing. Like, for example, casting a white person for even an Asian American role, it's become a thing to consider in terms of diversity and the cultural implications of that. But let's say, fine, you are ethnically ambiguous enough to be in that role and your voice fits it. What do they consider cross-media interactions in terms of like, what if Cal Kestis was voiced by Sam Witwer and had the look of Monaghan? How are you going to reconcile the fact? And see, like, sorry, it's the last thing I'm going to say before I continue this game. It's a touchy subject because you get a masterpiece such as Avatar: The Last Airbender. But then you look at the voice cast in this decade, people are going to criticize it. And sure, you can criticize it. You can criticize the lack of diversity in terms of the actors. Set in an obviously Asian-inspired setting made by Americans. But Avatar is a masterpiece. Like, you can criticize it all you want in terms of how it is behind the scenes, but what we got in the final product, for me, is one of the best animated television shows and a great front and Asian representation. Hands down. Thank you, Anonymous, for tipping once more the $10. I'm seeing a pattern here, Anonymous. Tipping the same amount. I don't know if you're the same person, Anonymous, but I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Great Prophet, I am ready for my last rite.
None, your being has become so pure, in harmony with all, you will surpass all elders.
Surpass all elders. But only he achieved that.
Perhaps he recognized your potential.
There's more. Beyond my rights.
I don't know why I'm special yet. But in the beginning, Nara was revealed to have Death Star-like powers. She literally blew up a planet. Alright, so that's... yeah, that is her time in the cult.
Great Prophet, that is true power.
Yes, it is. And our path to chorus.
It's only the start.
Mastering the rites alone isn't enough to attain chorus.
What is
The
chorus?
Prophet found the path beyond them.
But how?
The gate. It's leading us deeper into the darkness.
What?
I feel the taint of this place too.
But memories. Oh, an item. Will I discover more of the memories inside? I don't want to miss out on lore. Okay, maybe this is the optional lore.
This galaxy, so broken, in pain. And humankind lets it bleed with each more uncaring savage.
I believed the Prophet longed for peace.
A worthy goal.
Destroying Nimica didn't bring peace.
Nimica was the Alderaan of this world. Fear will keep them in line.
Let the song of the void guide you.
But it's so unstable.
The wisdom inside you will hold it.
The Void Song. The Prophet sought to attune himself to it.
In chorus.
He found a way.
My path opens. I remember the right passage at its end.
My key to venturing deeper.
Can I get this item? Who would leave credits in a place like this? For shame. Littering. Hey, is this optional? I want the story. crap, I think we missed the optional objective. No! Oh well. Cutscene time. in that typical cantina bartender voice. Yo, I love Vermintide. I can't wait for the 40k.
Your will and your strength burn away the past. Let us free humanity from its selfish chaos. We stand united. In the name of the prophets, we strike one force.
Yeah, that is our past self. It's like shame.
Let them feel the light of the chorus.
We were like this. Yeah, the cringe past self. It is a sad backstory though.
Chorus.
Nara, we can choose.
Did she just Vanguard charge into it?
Finally.
We can spear through these fractures.
Oh, what? We got a new ability. Okay. Hold RB to spear through enemies and blockages. That's so cool. Anyway, yeah, Dark Tide looks so awesome. Though, okay, I love the world of... Depends on my mood. Sometimes I want to be in Vermintide. Sometimes I want to be in Dark Tide. But Dark Tide looks amazing. I trust in those developers. As usual though, I don't have a regular crew. Hint hint. For these multiplayer games. Like, I really want to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because as a kid, I was addicted to the beat 'em ups on my Game Boy. I love playing TMNT on my Game Boy. But I don't have other turtles to shred with. But I will play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a new one, eventually. If it's on Game Pass, you know, what have we got to lose, right? Definitely, I want to definitely get into it. I don't have a preference because I'm not that familiar with 40k or even fantasy. But I did play like Warhammer Online. Fun times. Remember, like 6-player co-op, right? Holy crap. It's like throws a give. It's a throwback. It's so wow. Anyway, we got a super awesome power here. Oh crap! Shit! Okay, that is so awesome. Oh shit, you guys know each other. Small world. Oh yeah, Engineer Naval came here via Mark Lobster. Right? That is when Mark Lobster raided me during Resident Evil, I think. Oh!
There must be regrowth seals nearby.
Okay, how are we supposed to... Regrowth seal over there. I see, I see. So we'll have to go around and spear our way through. Okay. Shh.
The gate is opening.
Not as sloppy, but we did it. Oh shit, it's in September already? Oh man. I don't know, guys. Game Pass seems like it's getting too good to be true now. Like, I'm playing this in Game Pass. Chorus is in Game Pass. And then we're getting so much good shit day one on Game Pass. Okay, Torment Fields, and I'm like flying into the Torment. You know, there's really something about starships in narrow space corridors. It makes me feel like an awesome pilot if I don't bump into anything. It makes me feel so cool, you know, like I'm Han Solo doing the Kessel run under 12 parsecs. You know, a good old trench run. Day one Game Pass, holy crap.
The darkness grows deeper here.
Yes. It lingers everywhere.
Wait, there's a memory over there, I think. Yes, we did finish the optional objective.
All this ancient wisdom, such pure power, it could destroy us all. Can I truly control it?
The Prophet. He had doubts.
He's human, isn't he?
Spoilers,
Yes.
he did not control it.
It's hard to think of him as human.
Or maybe he did control it, but they decided for extreme measures. Yeah, I'm trying to... Like, the price... I think it's because of the price. The price to the value we're getting is insane. That I'm worried it's gonna end up like Netflix, where eventually they will be increasing the subscription price. I don't know yet. Maybe we won't get to that point yet. How's it going, Theo? Welcome. We just had an awesome boss battle, Theo. I am enjoying this game so much. It's just good, clean fun. You know, it's not stressful or complex. It's just blowing shit up in space, and I want more of it. But yeah, I'm dreading the increase in subscription price, but with the regional pricing, Southeast Asia PC Game Pass price, holy crap. It's like, it seems so unfair. But I'm happy about it. I know Matthew keeps coming out to the stream. I remember when Game Pass was new, and he kept trying to convince me to subscribe to Game Pass. And I'm like, I'm not gonna play all the games there. Subscription service, And also because I had to jump through hoops because it wasn't available in Southeast Asia. You had to jump through hoops to get a prepaid card because it wouldn't accept any local credit cards. It is so freaking annoying. And then now it's like there's no excuse anymore. We have it available in Southeast Asia, in the Philippines, and it's like, well, you were right, Matthew. I have so many things installed on Game Pass right now that it is literally impossible to play all of them. Anyway, and it got me to try stuff. Like, I downloaded Battletech and Mech Warrior because on a whim, I just felt like getting into a mech and blowing shit up. I think that's my current mood right now. Getting into either starships or large mecha and blowing shit up. Yes, it's Matthew Arcelia. With good reason, he would be like, "Have you heard that it is also on Game Pass?" I'm like, "Sure, Matt. Like, yes, Matthew. I'll download Game Pass. I'll subscribe to Game Pass." Seriously, I can't squeeze through this. What is this? I can't blow this up. It's right there. I lived on the coupons, Engineer Naval. You know, it came with this controller, yung Game Pass trial, and I just like put in the coupon code. That's how I got my Game Pass before. collision detection. Of course, it's just a poor excuse for bad flying. Nope. Yeah, you had to like it is so annoying. Because you could, and the problem was back then first you got the prepaid, like you got a prepaid code, and then they require a backup credit card, and it's like, so you can't, it's like you can't even do that then because they don't accept your card. And then you had to, I don't know, Matthew was talking about like using like Pay Maya and then getting it recognized as a anyway, it was annoying. It's like, hey, we want to subscribe, but you're making it difficult for us. Don't you want our money? And then now they're like, sure, we're gonna put it in Southeast Asia now. Give us your money. So yeah. Hey, but hey, now I'm playing this on Game Pass. And then I got Shredder's Revenge also on Game Pass, and it's good fun.
The guild is following us.
Right, this is the manifestation of guilt, by the way.
There must be another way forward.
Ah! The guild's chasing us. That's a bit on the nose. Ow, god damn it. No. I swear I'm a professional pilot. No, I'm stuck. The guild. No. Oh my god. That was so pathetic. The guild literally caught up to us and blew us up. That's deep right there. That's a lot of symbolism. Oh my god, Disney Plus. You know, I think I don't know if it's true, but I think it's because they're I think our big providers here are fighting over Disney Plus. Because I know Globe had like ties to Disney, right? And parang I think it is mostly through Globe, and I think they were fighting over, you know, terms to get Disney Plus in. Thank you, Theo. I swear I do have my good days. Today's not one of those good days. The last session, I was piloting like a boss, but now I'm just crashing everywhere. But hey.
Everywhere.
Speaking of... Okay, that wasn't my fault. The wall was nowhere near my wing. Okay, that was my fault. Hey, in fairness, it's so narrow, chat, okay? It's too tight.
Our path is blocked.
The guild is following us.
Out, now. There must be
That is so on the nose. Because Nara's guilty for blowing up a planet, right? So it's literally chasing us down. Right. And one with the force is with me.
It didn't follow.
But it's not gone.
It never is.
Oh, finally.
The song of the void will resonate through me. Reach this reality, bonding us together eternally. I already feel it. One more ritual.
The prophet attuned to the faceless. In a ritual.
The ritual site must be near.
This is also my kind of shit, you know, Space Cthulhu. Come on, Guild. Stop it.
The guild found us again.
But we have a new path. Quick, now.
What shit? Oh, that is pretty cute, actually. Oh, bro. God damn it. Using all my powers.
The walls.
This place wants us gone.
Go.
Ah! Move!
Forza, I was here. Once.
I see.
This memory. It must contain answers.
Convenient flashbacks, you know. I'm sorry, you know. I'm fine with flashbacks and memories and stuff, but it's a vehicle for storytelling. It just brings me back to the early Final Fantasy XIV days, where the Echo was literally a plot device to feed you exposition. It's like, oh shit, we couldn't show you the backstory. Here's an Echo flashback. I love FF14 though. I love it. FF14's amazing. And their writing evolved and became a masterpiece at the end of Endwalker, in my opinion. I love Endwalker. But, come on. Echoes and memories and flashbacks is a way of storytelling.
My elders, the time is near. Finally, I will become one with the faceless, with you, with the universe, seeing and feeling everything.
What?
At eternal peace.
Oh.
In perfect harmony.
It's one of those things.
In chorus. Join me at our heart.
The heart. That's where the ritual happened.
But we are not whole. There is one still missing. Join us, Narum, as an elder. Make our circle complete.
So it's one of those unification stories where merging humanity in one.
Stay clear.
No,
Hey.
I can spear through it now.
Too close.
Spear through it? Nice. It's like jousting. Oh my god. Just die already. Worth it. It's not dead. There are more of them.
Full impact.
It's so cramped in here.
Still here.
Okay, focus. God damn it, so cramped.
Impact. Damage confirmed.
Missed it.
Strike fast. Hit them hard. Evasive measures.
Oh god. Oh my god, everything.
Yes.
Wait, shield, shit.
Get them.
Oh, I'm dying. It's so cramped here. Oh yeah, when you start the game, I was honestly like Rafi, like when you start the game, you're in like a clunker kind of ship, tutorial mode, right? No drifting, no powers. And then now I'm in the third zone, and then they have all these maneuverability powers, and it feels good. It's an action RPG in space. This is an interesting challenge. They
Stay clear.
cramped room.
Will.
Oh crap. Oh god. Ah, what? Hello, Theo. Thank you for redeeming that. Hello to you, but you're not new here.
Must prevail. Will not stop.
Fire and
God
strike.
damn it. Spear, spear, spear! Okay. Calm down.
Impact.
Wait for my energy to restart. Recharge. Okay, this is energy. Right? Huh? Okay, difficulty spike. We are in the second to the last area after all.
Another faceless swarm. Stay clear.
No, I can spear through it now.
I have to like lead the target.
Keep going.
Oh my god. Okay. I think I saw this in the review.
Stay clear.
No, I can spear
Okay,
through it now.
point blank, ramming speed. Dodge.
Evasive measures. Yes.
Come on. Ram it. Mines.
Must prevail.
Oh shit. Where's that coming from?
Here.
This thing is getting annoying. Stop shielding.
Make them bleed. Burning and fallen.
Ramming speed. Come on. Gotcha. It's interesting how they're also setting it up with mines.
Continue.
Ah.
Fight on. Death is inevitable. Neutralize.
Come on.
Dead.
All clear.
Ah.
Then let's leave. We must get to the ritual site. The heart. It will lead us to him.
Okay. Cool. But I do appreciate the challenge that they're doing here. They give you all these options and then they cram you into a box. That is a test. See, this is almost cheating now. Like, anywhere to fly.
I've been thinking. The Prophet. He bonded with the Faceless. But it changed him. They must have...
Consumed him.
What if that happens to me? If the Faceless learn all I know? That would be the end of everything. Everyone. All humankind will suffer for my failure.
You are not him. You've overcome many weaknesses.
I still have many left. We're the only ones who can find him now.
We will.
Got it. The heart.
Intriguing. Forza, there's something near this wreck. Energies. Strength. Cloaked by the long, dark night of the void.
Could these energies strengthen you?
I'll find out off stream when I do the side quests. Sisuk Outpost. It's about time I refitted my ship, actually.
We're here. At the heart.
The Circle's most holy site. Reserved for the Prophet's blessed.
He never took me here.
It is a dangerous place. Filled with faceless energies.
It looks commercialized to me. Only for the elite? Huh. We'll see about that.
faceless energies are sealing this gate. I can sense their sources on the outside.
We must destroy them.
Yeah, I actually appreciated that challenge. Like, I did not... Now you know, open spaces, don't take it for granted. You're caught in a tight space like that. But it's also testament to the flight mechanics here. The fact that it's kind of like... You can it almost feels like a mecha game.
And a lot of faceless energy.
Being in that tight room is like Zone of the Enders. Love Zone of the Enders.
This barrier field looks like those in the temple.
Then there must be regrowth seals connected.
Where are the regrowth seals? I have to get those regrowth seals in one go. Okay, path set out. One regrowth seal. Two regrowth seals. Three. Okay, what's next? Destroy the blisters inside? Okay.
Faceless blisters burned. Now for the other barrier.
Other
There
side.
must be more seals nearby.
Come on. Follow the... Oh, more. 1, 2... where's the third one? 3.
Barrier's down.
Gotcha.
To burn the faceless blisters inside.
Right, I have to go inside there.
One energy flow terminated.
Yes, I've seen these blisters before. Inside the void.
Realities
The
overlapping.
influence on this reality is growing.
I must stop this taint.
The converter facility.
Bleeding faceless blisters. Let's burn them all.
Oh, new enemy.
These vultures have impenetrable front shields. Interesting.
Upgrade plate armor, deploys mines and fires. Do I just lance charge through it? Okay.
Hit them hard.
Now I can't complain because I have a lot of space. Shit. Come on.
Going.
Close.
Annihilated.
Okay. Forgot about my teleportation thing. Yeah, the mines, it's like you can't
Fire and strike.
you can't drop your guard. And it feels awesome, like that last second barrel rolling to the left or right. Feels good. They have tactics too. Despite not being the brightest AI.
Shook them up.
Ew, it's like we're popping pimples. Void pimples.
Another one hit. We're done here. I feel the entrance's seal weakening.
It's fascinating how these energies resonate with this place. They're in such harmony.
Yes.
Feeding the darkness here.
So Great Prophet just wants an end to all war
I
by
detect a
merging all
cave
hearts and
system
minds. Sounds like
just below the
Evangelion to me.
surface.
The faceless energies are coming from there. But this drill blocks our way in.
A system reboot could retract it.
Let's destroy its power supply.
Sure, that'll work. Always blowing something up.
Burn them all. Go for the kill.
Hey, how's it going, Captain Panda? Long time no see. I'm in the middle of a dogfight here. But yeah, this chorus. If you like Starship Fighter action games, do recommend.
Construction complete. Hit them hard.
Ha! Oh, to be like those fighter pilots.
Death imminent.
But it's kind of cheating here because I got superpowers. Like this. I can literally teleport behind things.
Fight on.
I don't know why I can't do it for that. What? That is buggy. Anyway, this is Chorus. Thank you. Thank you. It's the second person on this chat to mention Freelancer. Oh, I love that. The reason why I'm playing this now is because of Freelancer. A friend recommended it to me before. It actually launched last year, but it came to Game Pass a couple of weeks ago. And it just brought back so many memories. Like, I need another game like Freelancer. I need it now. So this scratches that itch. Because Everspace 2 looks promising, but Everspace 2 is in early access. I'm waiting for the full release, but it got delayed to next year. So I'm like, damn. Oh well. At least we have this and Star Wars Squadrons. It's super B-movie narrative, but we just had a super epic boss fight. A sequence as well, which reminded me of Freelancer, like bringing everything together, bringing everyone together in the moment, high stakes, taking out an alien entity. Brought me back to those. Oh, dude, my Freelancer copy was on back when they sold all those bootleg CDs and Brashear. My God, is Brashear even still alive? The store. God, I think I have the CD somewhere, like in my drawer over there. Yeah, those were the days. And you'd get like PS1 games for 20 pesos each. Holy shit.
Death spiral. System rebooted. Drill retracted.
And that's our way inside.
Of course, piracy is bad. We buy our games now. But when we were kids, that was the life.
These caves weren't created by humans.
Another cave? Seriously? Please. Oh my God, I'm so terrible.
There, faceless
BT, right? It's like Titanfall 2. Oh, I'm dying, I'm dying. I swear to God, I think it's the same voice actor as BT. Can we check that? Can I check it now? Chorus Forsaken voice actor. Top cast. Okay. So we have Cassie Bradley as Nara and Adam James as Forsaken. So clicking Adam James. He was in a bunch of TV shows. Vigil, The Hollow, The Harrowing, Deep State, The Kill Team, Johnny English Strikes Again, Hunter Killer, Sergeant Stop, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Okay, he was a voice talent there. Law and Order. I don't see. Nah, he just sounds like BT, right? Foils War. And that's another thing. Titanfall 2. If you haven't played it, play it, please. More people deserve to play. It deserves to be played. Yeah, I don't recognize his other stuff. He was in a bunch of, a lot of, I think, a lot of these seem like bit roles in a U.S. television series. Oh shit, he was in Band of Brothers. He was Cleveland O'Petty. Huh. Okay, I think he was one of the people from Easy Company. O'Petty. Yeah, that is so familiar. Anyway, back to it. It's a British original to the K-drama world of The Married. Ah, that is a world I'm not familiar with. My mom is super addicted to K-drama though. People have been trying to get me into K-drama because supposedly the quality is amazing. Like it's the like I keep being told that it is so worth delving into K-dramas now. Yeah, back then, Theo, we didn't really buy our games. And then Steam came along, and I think Gabe Newell, I will never forget this interview. Gabe Newell was saying one of the best ways to fight piracy is to provide a good service. That's what his vision was for Steam. I know it is a lot to adopt. Like, I remember back when Steam was just for Half-Life and Opposing Force and Counter-Strike, and it was just new with that really old interface. Brings me back, but we don't realize that, yeah, we wait for sales, but it's just so convenient. Auto updates, virtually free on like super discount after a year. The sales are all amazing. You build up your backlog, easy to install, multiplayer access, etc., etc., etc. So he did it. It was a good service. Like you pay for a good service. I know it's a privileged answer. Like, I do know a few people who, they're just learning on allowance. They want to play this game, so they go through other channels. But it does incentivize you to give back to the developers and contribute to the sales, etc. I haven't even been looking into these things. Do we have a better crystal capacitor? Ah! Sorry, no. We need our games. It was Steam sales and those Humble Bundles. Remember what Humble Bundle in its early days? My backlog is so huge because of those Humble Bundles. Back then, I'd always look out for those. It's like pay what you want, and then at some point you just pay over the threshold, which is still virtually nothing, and you get like 30 games. Back in those days with the Humble Bundles. Oh man, I filled up my catalog because of those bundles. And then now we get our regular seasonal sales, and it's been a while since I bought stuff on Steam actually. Because now we have Game Pass, so that changes the game a bit. Now, it's common to see people asking, is this coming to Game Pass? So it's like Steam plus Game Pass. That's where we're at right now. I do love Game Pass because it provides you the opportunity to play a lot of those smaller games, those smaller independent games that you normally may not, be buying into because you're not sure if it's worth the cost. Oh yeah, and an Epic. My whole Epic library is from the free games they provide. And since I'm also on Amazon Prime, they're giving a bunch of the free games and the free stuff that they give like every month. It's also, I got a lot of Destiny drops because of Amazon Prime Gaming. And it provides me as well, since it's connected to Twitch, I get to gift a subscription every month. They're now giving out better quality free games. And I think it's because of the competition. They're trying to step it up. So I also have a bunch of stuff on Amazon Gaming that remains unplayed. And I keep forgetting to check my Prime Gaming, but you do get a lot of shit for it. When I used to play Destiny, when I used to play Destiny 2, like I got a lot of cool exotics because of Amazon Prime. Okay. Extra speed and speed through enemies and structural fractures while is heat. Its heat heavily damages even close by hostiles. So you just have to be close by. Okay, okay. Noted. Oh, oh my god. I got great memories with the Game of Thrones board game for Fantasy Flight games. You got some friends and you agree that stabbing each other in the back is acceptable, so it doesn't ruin your friendship. I highly recommend the Game of Thrones board game. It is, even if you're not a fan of the books or the series, it is such a great experience. That, and also, even if you're not a fan of the show, Battlestar Galactica was also a great board game experience, surprisingly. Because it brings, it is in the vein of the, the thing, the Among Us, that there's one of you is a traitor, or like maybe one or two of you is a Cylon, or none of you is a Cylon, and you're just pointing fingers at each other, and you doom humanity because of your suspicions. It brings that kind of complexity in terms of social deduction games, coupled with the fact that the amazing premise for me, why I love Battlestar Galactica is, it's the Battlestar Galactica, the crew, it's a lot of human drama of being on the run from an unstoppable Cylon force, running out of fuel, a battle of attrition. It's humans versus robots, humans who need to sleep, but they need to pull on extra shifts. It was ripe for drama. And they translated it well into the board game. And you made hard decisions. And then at some point, you fight with your admiral because you're like, Admiral, we can't abandon those people. But we need to jump now. Do it. It's an order. And then you're wondering, why would you do that? You're a Cylon, aren't you? Why am I talking about this game? Right, because you brought up Game of Thrones. Anyway, I love those board games. I haven't been keeping up with board games ever since the pandemic because obviously we couldn't get friends over. So I stopped investing in Kickstarter board games. And I have a bunch gathering dust. So I know there are a lot of great board games out right now, but I haven't been following. So I'll probably just play with some. I'll just probably play at someone's table. Someone who's been updated with all the different versions. Because now we're getting updates to board games. Like, it's now disincentivizing me to buy board games early because I know that a second edition or a third edition is gonna come out, or erratas are gonna come out. I think Leader Games, they make amazing games. Root is one of their games. Root also is a tabletop RPG, by the way. But you always know that they're gonna come out with changes to their second printings and third printings and so on. So now I tend to just like wait for definitive editions, similar to games. Unless I really, 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 really want the game, I kind of just wait for a definitive edition or Game of the Year edition where they include all the DLC and the content. Because I don't like the feeling of I finished the game, it's super great, and then DLC content comes out, or they add an epilogue or extra content. It's just a personal preference. I know some people who like to come back to the game and finish it, but like I don't want to have to replay the game just to experience the Ashen Wolves in Three Houses. But I wish the Ashen Wolves were part of my main playthrough. For me, that's the worst part. When they add on, parang expansions are fine and all, where I can just jump in and play the module or continue from the ending. Those DLCs are fine for me, but I really get upset when it gets re-released and then you have to replay the entire 200-hour campaign to include the DLC experience. Now, it just kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth. That's just a personal preference because I did enjoy the original playthrough, but at the same time, it's like, man, I wish I just waited a year and then played it with all the DLC included for the definitive experience. It's like playing Persona 5 and then having to replay it again to get to Persona 5 Royale's extra dungeon. Something like that. So it is a blessing in disguise that I never touched Persona 5 because I never had a PlayStation 4. And then now I got Persona 5 Royal was my first experience of Persona 5. And it is amazing. Like, I can't imagine playing without the Maruki content. Anyway. Oh, if you love JRPGs, Captain Panda. Hey, and it's coming to Game Pass. We were just talking about the value of Game Pass. For Mike, if you haven't played, have you played Persona 5? If you haven't, I love it. I love it so much. Like, I didn't finish Persona 4 Golden because I was busy with other games, but I played Persona 5 Royal on a whim, despite not having finished 3 or 4, and I just couldn't stop playing it. It just in fact, I'm like a third through Persona 5 Strikers, but I kind of paused that. But Strikers feels like a Persona game with Muso elements, which reminds me, Friday is also the release date of Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. I love Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm gonna be playing 3 Hopes if the social aspects are like Persona 5 Strikers. Oh my god, and yeah, Final Fantasy 7 just released on Steam, so holy shit. Anyway, I'm looking forward to trying out Persona 3 Portable, because Persona 3 Portable has the female protagonist, and my preference is always playing as a female protagonist if I have the option. Hey, why can't I shoot?
That was the last one.
Window wasn't
The entrance
focused.
seal is broken. Let's head back there.
Yes.
It's a good problem to have, though. We have so many options. Just have to find a way to balance it with, you know, work-life balance and all that. Wait a minute. Return to the entrance. Persona 5 marked my return to JRPGs, like, and Tales of Arise to a certain extent. Because I stopped playing JRPGs for a while. When I got into Western RPGs, specifically like BioWare RPGs, that became my preference in terms of storytelling. I love NPC conversations with multiple dialogue options. That became my go-to kind of RPG. But when I got into Persona 5 Royal, the world just disappeared for a month. And now there's gonna be a new Star Ocean. I guess you could still count this as a JRPG. Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16, especially since it's from the producer of Final Fantasy 14. My god. So it's things to look forward to. Thank you for dropping by, Captain Panda. Chorus is on Game Pass. I do recommend it if you're looking for some quick starship action adventure. But thank you for the lurk. And take care. Wow. That wall just showed up.
The gate is open now.
Our path to the prophet.
I hope one day you'll be able to get that device to play those games, Theo. One day.
This
And then it will be
place
glorious.
truly is the heart. I feel how it bleeds the void's darkness into our world as the faceless.
3 pillars holding the tablets for the prophet's ritual.
Still resonating his memories.
More exposition dump.
Fractured souls of the ancients shall wander the eternal space of the faceless. Let our prophet pass and unite what is hardened.
Fractured souls wandering in the void.
I remember the agony.
In Amarok, where they trapped you in the ship.
So they did take a soul from the void and put it in my ship.
For those who face themselves shall attain perfect harmony. Let our prophet pass in everlasting chorus with you.
This wisdom is from Filmmaker. Like a song I almost knew, now washed away by pain.
For the faceless void, replete with what we suppress. Our dreams, our guilt, our potential. Let our prophet pass and reveal your eternal power.
Yes, this truth feels familiar. It reminds me of the Stega system, its temple.
There. The energies formed an echo.
Of the ritual.
This is also giving me Astral Chain vibes. In terms of the aesthetic.
It's more powerful than a memory.
A vision.
There. It's the prophet.
And your former disciple.
I had a disciple? What happened to my disciple?
It's distorted.
The prophet's powers still resonate here.
I must fully harmonize.
That sounds bad.
Razar will be my anchor.
What happened to Razar? Oh, I have to go with Razar.
I'm a force in the shadows of his past and my present. We become one.
It's like that force power where they can see the past.
Great Prophet, I identified the traitors.
I trust you contained them.
I killed them myself, but now the Resistance knows about this place.
It changes nothing. I will conduct the ritual.
Yes, Great One. I will keep them out.
I trust you, Rizal.
Elder Razar, come in. Heretic forces inbound.
The Resistance!
So the Resistance did find this place. Okay, let's eliminate the Ghost Resistance. Come on.
All forces execute barrier doctrine. No one must get through. Block them off with your debris if you must. For the Prophet.
I am the shadows. I am death.
Oh, we don't have our powers in this flashback. How interesting. Straight up flying then.
All down. You should have sent more.
We're playing as Razar.
Breached. They're everywhere.
No. No.
Machine, log me into the Resistance channels.
Oswald, move in. Neutralize all cult targets.
Captain Cardo, that ruthless fanatic.
It's Cardo.
Mercy!
Execution squad, sweep the place. Burn them all. Let none escape.
It's a massacre.
Red squad, move in. Prioritize the prophet. Take him out.
Well, yeah, they're trying to stop you from merging the realities.
Close.
The entrance is closing. Send everyone in. Go! Go!
You're trapping your people in here with me?
Restores the loadout. Okay. Did it deflect? Holy crap. Ah. You're a problem.
Good, they're down.
The section is sealed. Abort! Our squads are lost. Everyone retreat!
Run. Hide. You are broken, Cardo. Your end has begun.
Great Prophet, the site is secure.
It always has been, but well fought, Razar. Now you may witness the great ritual. Stand back.
Yes, my Prophet.
Let our prophet pass and reveal your eternal power.
Unite what is parted.
In everlasting chorus with you.
So culty.
We have been disparate forces in the shadows, but united, we overcome discord and embrace eternal harmony in chorus.
I also noticed his ship is shaped like a crucifix.
The prophet.
Now what?
He found a way into the void. To them.
He's still there.
Yes. And for a brief moment, I heard his voice. In chorus with the faceless. We must return here and perform the ritual.
Yes. We must.
What?
3 ancient places of power. Each holding a tablet.
Oh, it's one of these quests.
Unknown. But I can sense the systems they're in. They hold the wisdom I need to perform the prophet's ritual.
Fetch quest time.
Then lead on.
Okay, we're gonna revisit these places. Where is the jump gate? It's semi-open world. There are different regions, and there are side activities like this, and very minuscule exploration. So it's not that satisfying. It's more like 5 different zones with a bunch of side quests. I guess it does count as open world, but it's not as expansive. There aren't that many activities to do. It's an action adventure game. You just blow shit up and scan things. Oh yeah, the map is pretty good. You know, never underestimate a fancy map. This one is easy to read. You can kind of tell like where these installations are. I like it. It's readable and it looks fancy. Yeah, as you can see here, there are a bunch of side quests and everything. But on stream, we're just doing the main missions. See there, I scanned and then now there's side activities. The side activities, they also have little snippets of lore. They flesh out the world a bit more. But right now, for example, I'm going to jump. I'm gonna load in a new zone. Jumping. Ooh. So we get to go to Nimica. This is a new region. Or we can revisit the old ones in Amarok and Terrace Lab. Okay, let's revisit the old spaces and then end at Nimica. Then I guess the end game will be conducting the ritual, going to the void, and destroying the prophet. Maybe. So let's go to Amarok. Oh wait, no. There's even all the way here to Stega Rim. So let's return to Stega Rim. An untamed and lonely fringe area of Stega Central, sparsely populated by free-willed loners and scavengers. It also contains the system's only interstellar jump gate, making the Stega Rim's only link to the rest of the galaxy, and a potential target for the Circle. Ooh, conveniently, it's right there by the jump gate.
Calling Najara Citadel.
Nara, a cult ship has just jumped in, chased by their own forces. They called the pilot an elder.
Oh no.
It was crazy. He killed his own, wielding all sorts of powers. Then he fled through the gate to Stega Central.
What does Ree say?
She followed to investigate.
Oh no.
Understood. I'll find her.
What about the tablet?
It's also in Stega Central. I can sense it there, right now.
Oh, so I have to jump again.
Its memories changed something inside me.
What did it change? False alarm. We're going to Stega Central. Back to where it began.
Ree, come in. Did you find out who broke through our lines at the Najara Citadel?
I'm tracking that ship now. They're hunting one of their own elders, called Razar.
Elder Razar? You're sure?
Positive. He went to that ancient temple.
Why are they hunting the elders down?
I need to handle this.
All right. Good luck, Nara.
Did the elders...
They made Razar an elder.
My disciple.
Fighting his own.
And he's also heading for the tablet. It's in the temple.
I set the course.
We're gonna meet our Padawan.
Always overshadowed his remarkable skills.
He's Anakin. His ambition.
Him gaining the power of the tablet's wisdom.
But now he's going after dark side secrets. We must stop him. But he's fighting against the cult as well. Huh. Maybe we were all lied to. We were probably all lied to. And this is not what the prophet promised.
I detect a shipwreck nearby. Might be valuable salvage there.
Let's see.
So this should be interesting. I wonder what the story of our former disciple is.
The temple. I can sense the tablet deep inside.
Its song echoing the void. Its power.
And Razar? I cannot detect him.
Not sure. But he is here, somewhere. We must reach the tablet first.
What's going on?
These circle ships were only recently destroyed. Razar must be close.
Yes, I sense something, but it's hazy.
Circle forces.
Shit.
Trackers or allies.
Does it matter?
Still fighting. Kill them.
So you burn. Hit.
And burning.
These things are really more aggressive now.
Faceless, guarding the tablet inside.
Keeping its wisdom secret.
Crap. Come on. Ride a storm.
Fire. Faster. More faceless.
Time to
hunt. Excellent shooting.
Ah, though these damn things.
We will
keep on.
Broke through so fast.
Don't regenerate. Gotcha. No, I didn't. Come on, energy regen. Staying close to the wall, smart.
We are. They'll
burn.
Damn.
Threat eliminated.
I sense Razar's life force. It's stronger here. But where is he?
Follow the trail.
Ship detected.
It's him.
What?
Targeting.
No,
Razar.
don't shoot. Not yet.
A barrier field.
How did he?
How did he?
Open it?
Seals detected.
Oh no. Okay, what are the seals? 1, 2, 3.
That's our way in.
Why don't you want to shoot Razar? He must not get the tablet.
Let's talk to him first.
Aha! More flashbacks.
Stop, traitor! You'll pay for assaulting the great.
I'm so weary of your blind devotion to him.
So he is defecting.
Razar attacked the Prophet.
Then you really should talk to him. There's
That convinced him.
darkness again.
Damn it, guilt.
Faceless guilt.
These are trench run challenges.
It stopped. For now.
What is that?
Sentinel.
And
Teleports.
structural weaknesses.
Copy. Targeting them.
Focus. Make your
peace.
Where are the structural weaknesses? Other side. Ew, it twists around, no wonder. Get rid of this guy first.
Defeat them. We are
unstoppable.
Time to
hunt. Still fighting.
Finally.
The Sentinel is down. An exceptional specimen.
Yes.
Elder Naren. So the rumors are true. You are alive.
Razar, stop.
No. You must leave this place. This is my fight.
You can't do it alone.
chosen one. The tablet is mine. I will ascend. I will kill him.
Oh.
Razar hates the Prophet above all else.
He just wants power.
Yes. He has not attacked us yet.
Thank you for redeeming that, Donathe. I was getting thirsty. Yeah. Starship business is thirsty work. Anyway. Thirsty work? Did that even make sense? Anyway.
The guild returned.
Move.
Shit.
It is no longer following. You know Razar is not ready to
I think that's pretty smooth.
Despite his audacity.
Right. We need this tablet.
So he just wants to kill the Prophet to replace him, I guess. Sad.
There must be a trail of Razar's life force.
My bad.
Razar, wait.
No chance. I waited long enough after you abandoned me. Don't get in my way. The Prophet will die through me.
Yes, he must fall. Just listen, Razar.
Listen to you. You betrayed me.
He's not wrong.
A guild manifestation.
Razar, out! Now!
At least he lives. He's leaving engine trails. Okay, that is my bad.
What exactly is that thing? A faceless?
Do not stop.
It's gaining on us.
Just keep going.
There, a passage.
Go, go, go! Don't look back.
That was close. So what now, Eldenaran? The tablet is mine.
It's not over.
What?
Don't you feel them here?
Who? Whoa!
That is...
Bigger.
Defeat them. Victory is imminent.
Razar, focus on
I'm taking down the emergence. You destroy that thing.
targeting structural weaknesses.
We are
unstoppable.
This is tough. My guns aren't cutting it anymore.
Now burn.
Oh, that's sheep. Come on.
Not done.
just
a scratch. They're breaching.
Teleporting again. Whoa.
It's tearing my mind.
Is he gonna die?
Razar!
Chosen one! We must
They're corrupting him. I must
escape.
to save him. Razar, pull back.
No, I can still fight.
Then follow my lead. Not done.
Where are we going? Over there. How do we get through there? I just charged it to the freaking barrier. Oh, what the hell? That is embarrassing.
So what now, Eldenaran? The tablet is mine.
It's not over.
What?
Don't you feel them here?
That is...
Bigger.
Not one of my brightest moments.
Razar, focus on
I'm taking down the emergence. You destroy that thing.
targeting structural weaknesses.
victory is
Imminent. We shall
prevail.
hit them fast.
On fire.
Fudge.
Focus your power. No pain.
Stops us.
Ah.
We will.
Keep on. They're breaching.
Now what?
It's tearing my mind.
Fly through.
Out. Razar, pull back.
No, I can still fight.
Then follow my lead.
Oh my god.
Escape.
To save him.
Never stop.
I need to repair. I need to repair. Oh my god, it's actually quite tough. Maybe I'm not upgraded enough.
So what now, Eldenar?
What do I have? Ship? Oh, we already are upgraded in terms of hulls and shield, Gatling. Not enough. Laser, we're upgraded. Missile, we are upgraded. We are fully upgraded.
Is mine.
It's not over.
What?
Don't you feel them here?
That is...
Bigger.
We must.
Move faster. Now burn. Razar, focus on
I'm taking down the emergence. You destroy that thing.
targeting structural weaknesses.
Hit them fast. Kill them.
Never give in. You'll face
death. Make yours.
Peace. Never stop.
We're so synchronized, we're completing each other's sentences.
Just
a scratch.
Forza.
Keep going. We shall
prevail.
Oh my god.
And hit.
Maybe I just need to fly like that until to avoid the lasers, right?
It's tearing my mind.
Okay, cutscene. Skip. I don't want to keep repeating this.
Out. Razar, pull back.
No, I can still fight.
Then follow my lead.
They're corrupting him. I must.
escape.
To save him.
Yeah, I have to keep moving.
So you burn.
Still fighting.
So you get injured if... Gotta get my shields. Need to repair. Just hold on. Okay, fully repaired.
Focus your power.
Shit. Shield recharge, come on.
You'll face
death.
Stuck. Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go.
That was close. Razar, you okay?
Yes. Still fighting.
Get those smaller crafts off me.
Hit.
Make yours.
Peace. Never stop. Time to...
Don't get greedy. Just avoid the lasers until I can repair again.
Damage.
Down.
Gotcha.
We will.
Keep on.
I got rid of my shields instantly. Repair, repair, repair. Come on. Almost. Finally. Come on, you bastard. There you are.
Stuck. Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go!
That was close. Razar, you okay?
Yes. Still fighting.
Again?
Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go!
That was close. Razar, you okay?
Yes. Still fighting.
Just a few more hits.
I'll hold off the emergence. Make it hurt, Eldenaran.
They're breaching.
Oh my god. I need to heal again.
Never stop.
Oh my god. Does it restart the whole encounter? At least I know now what to do.
So what now, Eldenaran?
Yep, I need to restart.
The tablet is mine.
It's not over.
What?
Don't you?
Wait a minute. Are those red or orange? Maybe I'm using the wrong weapon.
That is...
Bigger. Defeat them.
No, you have to really
Razar,
boost.
focus on
I'm taking down the emergence. You destroy
It only
that
gives you a
thing.
few windows.
weaknesses. You'll face death.
And then you just blast.
We are
unstoppable.
And then you have to dash towards him to shoot. I get it.
And hit.
Just keep moving. Okay, now I got the flow of this.
They'll
burn. No pain.
Stops us.
Just don't fly into the orange things.
So you burn. Now burn.
We need to joust with it.
Focus your power.
Jousting. Okay.
You'll face
death. Still fighting.
Then it's gonna do the rift thing.
It's tearing my mind.
Okay. Now I know how to avoid the lasers.
Razar!
Out. Razar, pull back.
Laser stop.
I
Go.
can still fight.
Then follow my lead.
They're corrupting him. I must.
Escape.
To save him.
Okay.
Time to
Relax. Avoid.
they'll
This requires more control than other bosses.
never give in. Hit.
And burning.
Okay. Play around these freaking orange things.
Damaged.
We will.
Keep on.
Stuck. Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go!
That was close. Razar,
Almost
you okay?
there.
Yes. Still fighting.
Almost there. You got one. Ah. Holding my breath here. Popping out over there.
Stuck. Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go!
close. Razar, you okay?
Yes. Still fighting.
Just a few more hits.
Just a few more
Hold
hits.
off the emergence. Make it hurt, Eldenaran.
Just
a scratch.
Freaking A.
defeat
Freaking
them.
orange beams. Freaking.
Victory is imminent.
Not really. Come on, where are you popping in next? Freaking bastard.
Kill them.
No path, no path. No targets. Come on. Where the hell is it?
Stuck. Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go!
That was close. Razar, you okay?
Yes. Still fighting.
Shoot, it's gonna spawn right behind me. Fuck. Give me a target. I'm gonna go for another pass. There we go.
Prevail.
Ah, turned around.
So you burn.
Freaking pustules. One more. Whoa.
Now burn.
Joust again, huh?
They'll burn.
Freaking reality passage.
Here again.
The passage is still open.
Go!
That was close. Razar, you okay?
Yes.
Come on, shields, shields, shields.
Still fighting.
Other side.
Focus.
Where? Where's the last pustule?
Victory is
Finally!
That thing was different. Have you ever seen anything like
Getting
that?
more difficult this
Not the
game.
waking world.
It somehow got to me. But you were serene.
Razar, listen. I will take the tablet now. You stay back. Now open the barrier.
I don't have a choice, do I?
The tablet, at last.
Are you gonna fight with me? Are you gonna fight the Prophet with me? Learn the tablet's wisdom.
Everything we suppress manifests in the faceless void. Like fragments of our true nature that we
Restrain, reject, and forsake.
Yes. We're all part of this.
A source for the faceless.
It's like the metaverse.
We're done here.
Eldenaran. Quite a fight, wasn't it? I guess I owe you.
You want the Prophet dead?
I'd give my life for it.
I saw that. Serve under my command and
We'll fight the Prophet together. To that end, I will serve you, Elder Naren.
It's Nara now. And Razar, you've become strong. But it won't matter against him when the time comes.
I will stand by your side. Until then, goodbye, Nara.
Hey, we have an ally, but I'm not sure what his endgame is.
About the tablet. What you said in there.
It felt very familiar. Personal. That is all I can say. It is troubling me.
I feel it.
Awesome. Guess you have time for one more tablet. I wonder what's gonna happen. He wants to kill the Prophet, but he also wants the power. We're not sure. It's okay. Enemy of my enemy. We have a mutual goal. For now. Amarok. It's over there. Taris wormhole. We're gonna go back to the birthplace of Forsaken. Or Forza. So there's something maybe there's a tablet there. Maybe the lance charging would have worked against those blisters, since it damages targets around you. So if I charge into the center of a thing,
Sir, I still have many more lessons to learn.
About your rights?
About myself. Other people see things that I am blind to. And to truly fight for their future, I must understand what future they want.
Like the Prophet?
No. He thinks he knows what humanity needs, but he never asked what they wanted.
And you know what they want.
I could not gain my rights back until I
Thank you for hanging out, Theo. Have a good one.
I detect a wreckage.
Great to have you on
The
stream.
cargo may be worth a look.
Take care. Can't I enjoy the world dialogue without random events interrupting? Damn it. See you in the next one, Theo. I'll be having dinner soon as well, after we get this last tablet. Wormhole. Ooh.
This place
is now on our path to the Prophet.
Yes. The tablet's here. Somewhere.
Make sure the Circle will never find it.
We will.
That doesn't sound good. Uh-huh. What are these now? Faceless?
Heavy contact. New turrets identified.
What?
Launching mines, of course.
Comm towers.
Even newer
powered up.
enemies.
Their reinforcements will pinpoint our location through the wormhole.
Understood. Targeting generators.
Damaged.
One comm tower disabled. Victory is
imminent.
Hit.
And burning. Second tower powered down.
Gonna leave you guys for a bit.
Tower number 3 taken care of.
That should slow down their reinforcements temporarily.
But we're not done.
They all
burn.
They'll
burn.
Ah, ran into me.
That bought us some time.
Can you locate the tablet?
No, its echo is twisted. But there are memories here.
And more agony.
Here's one.
No! We've lost control! Isolate and remove the tablet!
Either the pilot or ship went insane.
Both did.
So that's the bonding process.
The pilot is dead. The AI prototype is unresponsive, and the tablet connection is severed.
Cause of death.
Suicide. The gun is still in her hand.
Oh shit.
The pilot's death killed the ship's essence.
Naturally.
This is messed up. Okay, before we get to this last memory, I see to use the bathroom really quick. BRB. Alright, we got one more tablet.
Get him out. He's suffocating.
I'm trying. The AI prototype is shut down.
Shut down the tablet connection. He's not going to make it.
A ship without an essence.
Is just a worthless, dead shell. They used the tablet to create more like me. Success requires harmony between pilot and ship, which can be forced. So they had to stop.
Until Elder Majem returned.
Huh.
I can sense a life force, but it's twisted.
Majem.
Maybe.
Majem's back.
Few of my kindred ships survived the process. It was sadness without end.
Forcer, do you remember them?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
What happened?
Most died. Badly.
Sad ship noises. Other side.
The trail leads inside the asteroid.
Maybe attuning yourself with the memories opened something.
I don't know how, but okay, game.
It's the tablet.
There might be an entrance on the other side.
Faceless manifesting.
As expected, lured by the tablet. You'll face
death.
Come on, I have a lot of energy to spare.
So you burn.
Aha, they split up, huh?
Just
a scratch.
We are
not beaten.
Come on. It's being shielded by something. That thing. I didn't dodge that. Damn it. Okay.
as expected, lured by the tablet.
Game's not playing around anymore.
Fire. Faster. Hit them fast.
Defeat them.
Stop shielding them. Wait, you're not the one shielding them. What? Huh? Oh.
Not done.
Focus your power.
There's the thing again, shielding. No, we're not. Okay. How's it going, Private Skadoosh? Thank you for supporting the channel. One of the most loyal subscribers. 10 months. We're almost hitting a year, man.
No.
How have you been? I'm just dying here. No problem.
Never stop.
You are so annoying.
Hit them fast.
Well, thank you for dropping by. I know I have strange hours now. Do appreciate it.
We're in the clear.
God.
Look, a way in.
Almost died. Screen is going crazy. What this? Wormhole? Oh, trippy.
What was that?
Interesting. A dimensional portal.
Okay. Past the correct portal. How am I supposed to know? Left or right? Left. No, that's out. Oh. Meh. Fine, I'll go here.
Not right.
No, that's outside. God damn it, portals. Playing around with me. So just don't go outside. I think that's the general tip here. Not fooling me again. So many corridor runs here. Okay, what am I supposed to do? What haven't we seen yet? Aha! We did it! It's Medjem's ship.
Medjem, what are you?
Betrayer! Your own storm shall ravage you!
Ow! She's got powers.
Right against me.
We can't use her storm powers against her then. Whoa, she's creating wormholes? Okay, that's pretty cool. And she's like traveling between them. Oh, that's so cool. She's jumping. Come on. Stay on target. Oh, freaking mines. She got me.
Time for my storm rite again.
Shit, I can't keep tailing her like that. Ow! I rolled too early. Oh my god. Dodge. Oh, freaking mines. Roll too early again. Fine, try to go head on then. I got your patterns. Oh shit, they disabled me. Ooh, that hurts. Just using it as like chaff. Or flares. Dodge! Ah, got me again.
Reading the tablet! Betrayal! Why, my dear Naren? Why?
This ship's driving her insane.
Invert my storm rite, I know.
She's even swapping her weapons and everything now. Ah, crap! Almost got me there. Okay, we're in the green. We're in the green.
I must mind my storm rite.
I'm sorry, Elder Medjem.
She and her ship are both gone.
A warrior fallen into discord.
This memory, I need to know.
Alright, time to delve into our memories.
Tablet. She wanted to keep everybody away.
She had good reasons.
It makes no difference. We must go there.
And now we're gonna unearth this cursed knowledge. Hey, the cockpit's still there. Maybe she's still alive. Probably not. Oh, more memories.
I Memories. I wonder.
Forza, remembering the past is not always a good thing.
I have one, whether I remember it or not. Forgetting changes nothing.
So edgy.
As you wish, Elder. Essence linking process started.
I can feel. Inside me. Get away.
Oh, this is terrible.
Of course. Forza, do you remember anything before this ship?
Only pain.
Your essence was a fragment, trapped in the void. This tablet channeled it, or you.
Into this ship as my new body. Yes.
Okay, well, it seems like the stream dropped. Hopefully it didn't. There's an error in my preview. Just double checking. Okay, the player just died on my browser. We're all good. Okay, that's about wraps it up for today. We did a lot. I still really love that sequence with opening up the rift, everyone coming together, taking out that strange faceless entity. That is pretty epic. I'm hoping for more moments like that as we get to the end game. Let's leave this place, and we're gonna save the next tablet, the last tablet, for next week. But I guess we're getting more lore here about the elders ascending, bit of background about the sentient ships, where their consciousnesses come from. It's a lot.
Nara, there's more you must know.
Really?
I remember wandering endlessly, searching. An agonizing emptiness kept me going. So restless and alone. Lost.
Forsaken.
Yes.
That is why you named yourself Forsaken. Mission complete. Got one tablet left, which is in Nimica, assuming it's the final zone, according to the map. Alright, let's leave this place. The only way is through there. There's nothing left for us here in Terrace Labs. But terrible memories. And an item, maybe. I'm getting so many credits, I'm not even buying anything. Why is there a... What? What's that supposed to indicate? Okay, how do I get out again? Where's the wormhole? Scanning. Where is that? Terrace Labs. Wait, the jump. There it is. But I'm wondering why the objective is telling me it's back there. Maybe there was a shortcut back out of this place. But hey, we're out. So, that's the important bit. Alright. So that wraps it up for this week. I do have a few side missions to attend to. I'll probably do that off stream if I find time to, but it is going to be a busy week this week. On the game side, there are some big releases as well. Looking forward to Three Hopes. I do want to get some Shredder's Revenge in, and also finish Neon White. I collected a bunch of gifts off stream. Surprisingly fun game, that Neon White. Speedrunning, never expected to enjoy it. So I'll find time in the evening to do one of those things. But I do have a bunch of stuff I need to finish this week in terms of work. So we'll see about that. But it's all good. I enjoyed this session. I'm really enjoying this game. Like, you know, it's not like a 10 over 10 or anything. It's just, it scratches that itch that it's been a while since I played a starship arcadey action game like this. And it's just, I keep saying it's just good old fun. So where does that leave us now? You know, I could see them in a sequel maybe, introducing, you know, trading elements to it, getting on stations and talking to NPCs, like freelancer style. They could do it, but right now it's just pure action, just blowing shit up, which is fine. But we're almost done with the game, I think. And we just have this last one left. Path to Nimica, we get that. So next Tuesday, we are going to get that last tablet, do the ritual, go into the void, and defeat the prophet? Question mark. So thanks everyone for tuning in. It's great hanging out with all of you. Thank you for dropping by. Bring back memories as well of Freelancer and Titanfall 2 and all that. This game does also remind me of those games. But with that, keep gaming. Hopefully we'll get more Starship action soon. Good to be back in the genre. Thanks for tuning in. And for anyone who may still be lurking, we are ending the stream. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that follow button and checking us out on Twitter and Instagram if you enjoyed this content. And if you wish to become a part of the Tabletop Cinema community, our Discord is open 24/7. I know it's not much is going on there, but it is hopefully in the future. Thank you for dropping by and hanging out, Rafi. Hopefully we'll get to do some gaming in the future. I will remember September when the 40k version of Vermintide comes out. I forgot the name. Anyway, that's gonna be in September. Hopefully get some turtle action as well. I remember seeing that you guys are gonna be doing that, or you already did that on stream, so I should check out that VOD. But for those who haven't already, a shout out to Rafi Graffiti over here. I forgot to drop in the follow as well. But I did see the podcast as well. I'm going to be checking that out. So shout out to you, Rafi Graffiti. Thank you for following the socials. I shall return the favor once I finish dinner and everything. Dark Tide. That's the name. Dark Tide. So with that, that's all I got for you. Take care, everyone. And as always, welcome to the table. Try not to commit space war crimes like the cult over here. Why did I say that? Okay, take care. Bye everyone. Have a good one.